Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder before we get to our award-winning podcast that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93
Get her done. That's all we're looking to do. Get her done. Looking to bang one out, and hopefully at the end we can go ahead and put another Tuesday broadcast in the books. Welcome everybody to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Oh, Josh, light of my life, what's going on, son?
Not too much. Yesterday, I was doing a little shopping online for a new outfit I plan on wearing to the Border Bash.
Cool, man. Some clothes shopping.
Yeah, last year I showed up in Packers gear, and it was divisive, I must say.
I forgot that. I think we were live on the air, and it was a surprise. You were wearing a heavy coat and this and that, and you busted
and I slowly revealed everything I was wearing was Packer-related.
Sure, I recall that.
Including the underwear, too.
Pardon me?
Including the underwear, too.
Oh, I was going commando.
That's a
day.
Wisconsin thing.
Yeah, it's win in Rome, as they say. And, I wanted to thank our hosts. They were so gracious to allow us to cross the border and broadcast in their state.
How much of your own money did you spend on all that silly Packers gear?
Boy, I don't fully remember, but I think it was a couple $100.
You look silly. You did.
I ended up giving it away. It was fun. I got the hate I was looking for. I got some laughs, but I don't know if it was worth a couple $100 on recollection.
Yesterday I think we briefly mentioned that we're all set now to infect the river on Friday, the Mississippi. We sold that pig out, big party Friday. Beer drinking, jaw-jacking, live music, dining, dancing.
Found out yesterday I'll be drinking on this thing.
What do you mean you found
out? Look for
out?
A couple of F-bombs and a lot of love floating around.
How is it that you're notified yesterday that you're drinking on Friday?
I owe a friend, and they said, hey, a favor. And they said, listen, how about you just do a couple shots with me? So I'll be doing a couple of shots.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No, it's going to be a problem for me.
In what way?
Because you get very huggy and lovey and needy.
I do.
You get very needy.
Yeah, that's correct. All those things are true, and I'm sorry to do this to you, but what can I do?
You owe someone a favor,
it's a favor.
And they say all I want you to do is get a couple of drinks in you on Friday.
Let's do a couple of shots on Friday.
I'm not going to sit in a chair.
Because I'm going to end up on your lap?
Exactly. Exactly.
Stand on your feet the whole time.
I will not sit because you will come and find me and you will sit on my lap. True story. Happened 20-some years ago on some horrible faraway island. You guys have heard the stories. Cubby got so friggin' hammered. He sat on my lap in front of chicks and everything.
Oh, man.
So I'm excited about that. We can get further into that. Josh is drinking on Friday.
Would you at least hold my hand?
Yes.
All right, maybe during a Gel song or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll play something that we both love. And
I'm open to
makes us
showing.
emotional.
I'm open to showing affection.
You're right. Especially at our age, I shouldn't be sitting on your lap anymore.
I'm open to showing affection, but there's a line that bros just don't cross.
Do you want somebody to run interference?
Run interference.
Like
Explain
when
yourself.
The left side of my face, when it starts to droop
It's
after
usually
maybe shot one.
It's actually usually the right side of your face.
Oh, I thought it was the left side.
Anyway.
I'm too drunk to know.
Where are we going?
So when that starts to droop, right, there's an obvious sign. And if somebody, and I start going, hey, where's Nick? Should somebody run interference? Like, oh, I think he's on that side when you're really on the other side, that kind of thing?
I'm not that opposed to drunk Cubby. It's just there are some directions we're not going to go anymore that we used to take together.
No, you're right. You're right about that. And it was a stupid thought on my part. Anyways, I put a tracking program on your phone, so I'd be able to find you anyway.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Cubby's drinking on Friday. Well, that adds a whole new paint job to our Infect the River boat party.
I'm good for 2 shots.
That's it?
And it's kind of like an old school where once it hits your lips, sometimes it's tough to know when to stop.
Let's see if the number changes Friday night. Right now you're limiting yourself to 2 shots of alcohol. Let's see if that number changes once we're out and about and the band and the food and the people. That can often change things. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many times I've gone out for a couple of beers, right?
Right.
And next thing you know, I'm naked from the waist down, sleeping in the back of someone's car.
My wife's not going to be able to make it. And
Oh, that's a damn shame.
I am bummed. And
what are you bummed about?
well, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to spend some time on the boat and whatnot. And she's bummed because our big kids go, and they're very persuasive when it comes to alcohol. It's really the only time I ever drink is with
Who's
them.
driving you? You're always the one who drives.
That's where I'm going with this. So I had said to her, hey, would you be willing to come get me? Because it's only 10 minutes from our house. Like, would you be willing to come get me if I do, have a couple too many? And she didn't seem too excited about it. She's got nothing going on. She's got to wake up kind of early the next morning, but she's...
How many times do I have to say it about your wife, stepchildren, and legitimate children? Ungrateful. You do everything for them. You're asking for one favor?
I was asking for a ride.
And she's being prickly about it.
Yeah.
So you're driving, and there's a chance you might not be able to drive
Well,
home.
I'll have to figure that out. I guess maybe I have to have some other arrangements. Because she's like, can't we just pick up your truck the next day? I guess so.
Cubby's drinking on Friday.
Can't wait.
All right. I look forward to that. So, we got that all nailed down, our Infect the River party. Our next goal is to sell out that hotel out there in gorgeous Turtle Lake, Wisconsin. And we need you degenerate gamblers and binge drinkers to help us out. Here's the deal. If you haven't heard the story yet, we call this keg party the Brotherhood Border Bash. She's scheduled for October 16th through the 18th at St. Croix Casino in Turtle Lake. It's a real laid-back vibe. If you just go to 93x.com and buy yourself a room and the whole works, you can join in on the party. The schedule is as follows. Thursday night, drinking and carrying on at the casino. Kind of start to get to know each other a little bit. You get a pretty quick read on who you want to spend time with and who you don't.
Good food. Maybe you place a couple of bets.
Ooh, we throw down something to eat.
Every year, you and I have placed a sports bet, and I think haven't we won each one of them?
We've done well.
I thought we won because I only do one. Maybe you do more than one.
It's kind of a blur. Yeah, every year I make 2 or 3 sports bets. You and I think, have had some success. It was either last year or the year before. We both made money watching the Man-Bear Pigs get their guts stomped out.
Yeah.
You guys took like the over on like 6 goals, and I think there was like 9 by the second period.
It was it was a racetrack. It was ridiculous. And Thursday nights, that's night 1 of the Border Bash. Thursday nights, there is lots to watch and bet on Thursday nights in October. Baseball playoffs. I love Major League Baseball playoffs. That'll certainly be up in the sports book. The NHL is cooking at that point. Professional and college football on Thursday nights. That's my favorite night of the Border Bash is night 1 because of all of what I just mentioned. You throw some money at a few ball games, you got them all go. I know you can get that any night in a casino sports book.
But that is a good night because there's everything.
Everything goes on Thursday night. So we drink, carry on. We place some bets. Friday morning, you can join us for an almost certainly disastrous live broadcast of the Half-Ass Morning Show from the Casino Sportsbook at St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake.
Can I throw in pointless
Broadcast. You can call it damn near anything you want, Josh, and I'm going to go along with it. If you want to watch 4 or 5 people scramble and struggle to make a radio show in person, this is your chance. This is your chance.
And it doesn't sound good in person. It doesn't sound good to the people listening in their cars.
Well, and if you've listened in the last few days, just with our technical issues, I'm sure we sound different right now. We're not too enthusiastic that it's going to work out.
Yeah, even at our home base, we can't seem to get things figured out, let alone a casino in Wisconsin. But we'll give it our best shot.
So there's that. There's the live broadcast Friday morning. Folks getting out of their beds awful early.
I love seeing the hangovers on people's faces when they walk in, just waiting for that Bloody Mary bar to open.
There's some pain on the faces of the live audience. Early Friday evening, so we do our live broadcast. God knows what goes on in the afternoon. You're on your own. You can wander around, do whatever you want. Early Friday evening, Josh and I would like to once again host our now infamous hot tub potluck meet and greet, where Josh and I pour our beautiful bodies into one of our private hot tubs there at the hotel. If you bring a dish or any food item that can be shared, you can swing on in for a quick meet and greet. We'll autograph 1 item per person, no pictures. We're again going to go ahead with the hot tub potluck meet and greet.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I'm not even really a hot tub guy. You know how it is. You get ready, you put your shorts on, you leave your shirt on, nose plug, everything. You get in there, you meet some folks. There's good food, camaraderie.
The nose plug.
But I'm glad you said that. No
I only
pictures.
make you go underwater for brief periods of time.
You're right. No pictures.
No pictures. But we'll autograph 1 item each.
Just picturing the bathroom with a bunch of crock pots plugged into a surge protector.
Sometimes there's hot food, but usually it's just a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. It's the potluck.
What else do you need?
Potluck meet and greet.
What about sweet pickles? I've been thinking about sweet pickles lately. You guys a fan?
Man,
those little tiny.
I love a good sweet pickle.
Do you?
I do.
I brought it up the other day, and it was not popular. Everybody looked at me like I was some sort of monster.
Ungrateful.
Yeah, uncivilized.
Uncivilized. Later on Friday night, we can drink some more and then wander over to the ballroom at Turtle Lake Casino for an acid rock show starring Puddle of Mud and the aliens of the Ant Farm. We got a double whammy show Friday night. We'd love to have you. Yes?
I'm looking forward to, there's 2 songs I want to make sure I hear. I want to hear Blurry from Puddle of Mud. Really enjoy that one. And I want to hear Movies from Alien Ant Farm.
Word.
So I'm fine if I hear, even if I hear just one of those songs from each band, I'm cool. Puddle of Mud performed live in studio once. I don't know if you remember this, Nick.
I don't remember much about the live bands that have come through.
Here's how you might remember it. I mean, shoot, this is 20-some. Whenever they first started, I think it was like right then. They were great. The band was great. It was nice to meet them. They performed. They sounded well. And afterwards, you might remember one of their handlers. We've mentioned this before. Sometimes it's the handlers that are difficult to deal with.
Always it's the handlers that are difficult.
Was upset about something. I can't remember what it was. It was something very minor. Well, I kind of remember what it was, and then we got kind of chewed out by our promotions director.
I have no memory of this at all. So it must have been many years ago.
Oh yeah, this was, like I said, whenever they first. Let me look up when they first started.
Who the F is Korn? What did we do wrong?
Well, I think what it was is we were still going, right? We had more of the break to do. They had to take off, and we did that. And so I think they were upset that we didn't immediately come out and say thank you and that kind of thing. But we're like, well, we were on the air. They took off before we
still
went
had
to commercial.
We still had a conversation, a break to.
Yeah, so I'm not going to put this on the band. It was like the handler lady was furious.
She was furious. We didn't come out and thank the band. Well, maybe they should have thanked us.
Okay, there's no way it was their first year then. Never mind, because they started in 1992.
92.
Jeez.
I don't know when they got popular, but
we'd love to have you over there in Turtle Lake. We meet some nice people. Go to our website. All the info is in there. Summers,
All right, it looks like their first major label debut was 2001. So that must have been it.
Well, we got in trouble with the managers of Puddle of Mud. I have zero memory of that.
And when it comes to casino, don't forget you'll have the opportunity to watch a grossly out-of-shape man attempt to run a 1-mile run.
You're going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
That's
100%.
awesome.
Oh,
yeah, we got to still try and get a mariachi band to put in the back of my pickup truck.
Yeah,
so
run,
we can
run
follow you
alongside
around.
me.
Oh, this is a conversation we had a few days ago. We should update folks on this. We were having a chit chat about marathon running. You seem to think that you can, at 40 years old, or 41.
40.
At 40 years old, you can run a mile
Without stopping,
without stopping.
And not like a super slow dad around the lake jog. Like a decent clip. Like you see somebody and go, oh, yeah, they're a runner.
Yeah, like a decent club. I'm not going to sprint. Nobody can sprint a mile.
No, not a sprint.
Yeah,
but just, like a...
No, I'm not just going to do like the slow, like that fake trot you do across the street, when
Yeah,
like
you're
kinda
being polite.
Like
I'm
just kind of moving the arms a little bit.
I'm
No.
basically walking, but my body language suggests that it's a little faster than
Exactly.
walking.
If you wouldn't have said Dick Tracy, we would have forgotten all about this.
Yeah, I would have
but
forgot.
You brought it up again. Now we're going to have to hold you to it.
I love a good challenge.
Maybe you win big at the casino while we're hanging out. Maybe you lose your entire life savings. You just don't know, and that's the fun of it all.
Well, I might disagree with a portion of that. But.
Maybe you can hook up with a farm girl. I don't know. How else can I sell this, Cubby?
Maybe, who knows? Maybe there's prostitutes. Maybe there's, there's certainly a hot tub party. We mentioned that.
Will you, it's a month from now. You're drinking Friday night, you said. You're going to drink during our Infect the River, Mississippi double boat live music and food party.
Well, yeah, which was news to me until yesterday. Yeah.
Because of a bet or a dare, or what was it again?
Repaying a favor.
Bet, a favor. A month from now, when we're at the casino, you think you might tip a couple back?
As of now, I don't plan on it. But my oldest, Cam, he has this move where, especially, it works on his mom every time, where he'll order some drinks or whatever. And my wife does not drink. She's never been drunk. Well, I take that back. She was once by accident. I mentioned this before. She ate the fruit out of Wapatui or whatever it's called.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't know you could get drunk from that. So she's been drunk one time, and that was in high school, and she drinks maybe once a decade, if at all. But he'll order some drinks. And this has worked on her twice in the last, 5 years, however long he's been 21. And he'll say, well, if you don't have one, I'm going to drink all these. And, of course, she's concerned, so he kind of guilts her into drinking one of those. That's been his move, and it's been very effective. It's worked on me, too.
Folgers Can Jesus has texted about our Wisconsin Brotherhood Border Bash. Will Ashley be there? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess we don't know for sure. I know she wants to go. I don't know. She's still got a baby, So.
Brand new baby. She'll be back when October begins. That's when her maternity leave ends. So we'll be able to clear that when Smashley's back into the mix. Corn and Bean Hauling Jesus just texted in to say, farm girls, you say, huh? Yeah, you never know. Maybe you'll hook up with a farm girl at the casino. A friend of mine, many years ago, we were staying in a hotel in Wisconsin, and we had a party with some farm girls. They just happened to be, I think they were maybe at a wedding reception at the hotel. And
ripe for the picking,
right,
harvesting.
Right. And they came up to our hotel room to party, so here we are, a couple of 3, 4, 6, 1 tours, drinking heavily with some Wisco farm girls, and one of my bros hooked up, and he was stricken, Josh, for the next week with laryngitis.
Oh, I've been there. I've had that, but I've never hooked up with a farmer's daughter. Never once.
She passed laryngitis onto him, of all things. It could have been many things. It could have been
syphilis.
Worse. Could have been worse, but it was friggin' comedy gold. The next morning, we woke up and the farm girls were gone, and my bro turned to me when he woke up to say something, and he just all he could push out was. She gave him overnight Wisconsin farm girl laryngitis.
Kicked in that quick, huh?
You might expect like foot and mouth disease or hoof and mouth disease, whatever.
The whole
laryngitis.
The whole car ride home was a riot because he's trying to talk and he could just push out these little scratchy noises. And I said, dude, what happened? He says, I don't know. There you friggin' go. Drinking on Friday night. Infecting the damn river.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Jackal last year, Puddle of Mud, an alien ant farm this year. It was cool hanging out with Jesse James Dupree.
This is like an MTV Movie Awards.
I know.
Jesse James Dupree from Jackal.
From like the 80s and early 2000s.
Puddle of Mud, Aliens of the Ant Farm.
Yeah, and he was great. I mean, Jesse came out and hung out with everybody that night, and maybe even the night before. I can't remember, but he was very personable.
Very gracious.
Oh, yeah, he was awesome.
If it feels good,
do it.
Do it. That's Jesse James Dupree's slogan.
I think he thought I was somebody else.
He hugged you like you were his long-lost nephew.
Yeah, he picked me up from behind where I thought, I'm getting beat up. I don't know what happened here.
Am I getting thrown out of this place?
And I didn't know he was in there yet. And then
I think he knew who he was talking. I think he knew who he was hugging from behind.
Well, I was wondering because he used to. I mean, Jackal was kind of the house band when 93X first, or the new 93X first started.
We hung out with him all the time.
Yeah, but I didn't think he'd recognize me. So I still was wondering if he thought I was somebody else.
He knew he was bear hugging Cubby.
That was one of the most emotional and beautiful greetings I've ever had. Outside of when former Viking Mike Morris hugged me because he thought I had cancer. He thought I was a Make-A-Wish kid so many years ago. True story.
That's awesome. One of the greatest days of my life.
And what do you do in that situation?
Did you say, like, you hang in there, buddy?
Yeah, he was wonderful. And, it's almost to the point where I thought, I got to get some kind of condition here because I'm uncomfortable with this. I didn't know what to say. And I don't know if it was you or Randy Shaver that had said, "Oh no, this is he
that
works
was me.
with us." Was that you?
Me. It was Josh.
Yeah, somebody saved me there.
Josh and I at Randy Shaver's celebrity golf tournament quite a few years ago. Josh and I were just cruising around in a golf cart, saying hello to everybody. All these former Vikings and Twins and North Stars and Man-Bear Pigs were a thing at that point. What team am I missing? Timberwolves. You know how Randy Shaver's thing. There's a little bit of everybody there. News personalities. And with us, we had a kid who was in remission.
Yep.
And he had pretty much beat cancer. He's a 14, 15-year-old kid.
It was awesome. Absolutely awesome story.
We were having the time of our lives just cruising around with this kid.
He was very funny, too. I remember him being hilarious.
And he was just so happy to be there after what he had been through. I mean, it was an honor for Josh and I to drive this kid around and just be like, hey, look, there's Randy Maw. Hey, look, there's Joe Ma, whoever the hell. And we approached Mike Morris, and the kid elbowed Josh and said, well, who's that? And we said, that's Mike Morris, former Viking. And he said, who?
He was on the K-Fan morning show at that time.
Yeah, and he said, never heard of him, never heard of K-Fan. I don't want to meet him, is what the kid said. I'm kidding. These are all jokes. I'm needling the competition. Anyway. We walked up to Mike Morris, and Mike Morris goes, hey, all right, now we're talking. Hey, and he comes over and he hugs the young kid. And then he goes to Josh. Oh, there he is also. Come over here, little feller, and gives Josh. And I had to say, no, just a 14-year-old. This is actually an adult male here. He's fine. It's the 14-year-old kid.
And he was, like, emotional and just wonderful.
Oh, we were.
And it took me a couple seconds to realize, like, oh, no, he thinks I have cancer.
Oh, man. I love that story.
Well, you were very little.
Yeah, bald.
You were bald, pale.
Very pale.
Oh,
yeah.
that was
I just got crap for that the other day.
Yep. Randy's golf tournament's always in the beginning of June. You had not seen a lick of sun yet in the springtime.
No.
You were as pale as a ghost.
I could see why.
So there you go.
Oh, yeah, Medical Device Jesus reminds me that's the second rock star that has picked me up from behind. I forgot. Tonic. Another band that, for whatever reason, was a 93. Well, maybe this was when we were at the Edge. I can't remember now. But
Tonic?
Yeah, he picked me up from behind at a urinal.
Oh, that's not the place to pick somebody up.
No.
What?
No, it was the same.
Your penis was in your hand, and he.
Yeah, well, both hands. And yeah, we were at a bowling alley or something.
I've
like
never
that.
heard this story.
Shoot, this is again. We must have been the Edge at that time. This must have been like 1990.
Tonic. Are we really going to call them rock stars?
Oh, they were cool. Those guys were cool.
So what happened? I've never heard this story before.
Well, it was the same thing. He came up from behind and picked me up at a urinal. You know what I got to do? I got to put on some weight so I'm tougher to pick up. Maybe that's my fault.
Because he was so happy to see you again. He remembered you from
Well, they were there all the time. I mean, Tonic was in town for, it seemed like everything we did. Kind of like how Matchbox 20 was a house band. Seven Dust was a house band for a while. I'm saying house band, but just meaning they played all of like our branded concerts.
Yeah. I remember Seven Dust being around. I don't remember the other guys. So, okay, so you're taking a whiz. Here comes a...
Yeah, and he picked me up.
Picks you up. Did you pee all over yourself?
No, luckily I was towards the end.
Did he see
which you know takes a long time.
Did he see your little pecker?
Oh, no, I don't think he'd be able to catch that. I mean, even if he was looking right at it, he'd have to squint, probably. Oh, the old Irish curse, Nick. Remember I was talking about those little gherkin sweet pickles?
Yeah.
That's got some size on me.
Yeah. All right, what a crowd we got out there.
Same amount of bumps. I had laryngitis, Dana.
From a farmer's daughter.
What the hell does this have to do with your... We'll get going here. Randy Shaver will be swinging by later on this morning. Damn, we got to get to the stupid news. We do. I think we got some good ones, too. When we take a break, we will take a break, I should say. When we come back, we'll get to the stupid news here next on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. This week, an AFC rivalry ignites as the Miami Dolphins battle the Buffalo Bills in a heated division showdown. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Dolphins and the Bills, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Couple of text messages have come in, Josh.
What we got?
People saying this, that. Our number here, you type in 651-989-9393, and you can text us. Just check in. We love that when you check in and just identify yourself with your Jesus or she's name. You could say something cute. Challenge us in some way.
Insults are fun. Send those.
Come
Complaints.
after us. We're grown folks. We can take it. Come
That's why
after.
we're here. What do you got?
Right here it says, good morning, you half-assers. I'm checking in from northern Arkansas. And that's the beauty of, what do they call the gimmick these days?
The internet.
The internet.
The gimmick.
Checking in from northern Arkansas, deep in the Ozarks. This is a text from Moonshine and Banjo's Jesus. He said this is the best part of his day. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The friggin' Ozarks.
I never watched the show Ozark past the first episode.
Now,
very popular. Jason Bateman, I'm a big fan.
This is very rare. Mark this down, Dana. Write this down.
Yeah. September 16th, 6:25 a.m.
This is one of the few times I can step in and say, I watched it.
The whole series?
Whole series.
Real? Oh, I didn't.
wow.
How did I not know that?
I don't know. I thought I had mentioned it before.
Maybe you have. Your thoughts? I mean, did you like it as much as everybody else?
I liked it.
Kind of
Yeah.
dark, right?
I like that part.
And
I
you
liked
love
it.
that.
Oh, I like that. When every episode, someone you were counting on died. So this is very rare that I can be the guy to step forward and inform any of you about the television show. But I watched The Adventures of the Ozark Family on television with Jason Bateman and this person, that person.
But would you suggest folks watch it? Or?
I don't suggest that folks watch any series. I don't, because it takes forever. That's my only complaint.
Yeah, and there's quite a few seasons, right?
They could have wrapped it up after 6-8 episodes. They really could have. So I don't recommend any series to anybody. That's too much of your free time. But I did enjoy it.
Combat Medic Jesus is checking in this morning. Appreciate you listening.
There he is. Another text message goes like this. Today is my ultimate F-off day. Today is my Friday. I'm flying to stupid, unnecessary Australia tomorrow. 3 flights, 30 hours of total travel.
Oh, man.
Wow.
What a nightmare, he says. And he wishes me an awesome birthday. He'll be streaming us from Australia. That is Australian Jesus, of course. Big, tall, sumbitch.
Yeah, he's
Very
great.
tall. 30 hours. He's got time to watch the Ozarks.
Well, that'll get you through, I don't know, maybe a season and a half. I don't know how that stuff works. F me running.
Da Bomb Jesus. This sounds interesting. He's headed to Edina to start watching the production of Da Bombs. And then he calls us muff cabbages.
I don't understand any of
They
what was just...
produce bombs in Edina?
They do what?
I don't know. That's what I want him to
Bombshells.
He's... One
Took me
more
a second
time?
to
Can
get
you,
that.
can you read that one more time?
He's headed to Edina to start watching the production of bombs.
Of bombs. Okay. And then we're called muff cabbages?
He called us muff cabbages.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
First time I've heard that one.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, though.
Bath bombs, he's saying. That's a different story.
He's making bath bombs.
He said the production of bombs, bath bombs.
That is not what I expected.
No, those are far less dangerous.
All right, here we go. With the I don't understand people anymore. I've made that very clear. I don't know what's wrong with us. In effing Maine, that's where we're starting off. Maine. While the text machine is cooking, what famous television character, not actor, what famous television character was billed from Crabapple Cove, Maine? 651-989-9393. What famous television character was billed from Crabapple Cove, Maine? And the number is 651-989-9393. Great respect for the first who answers that question. Do you know the answer, Josh?
I think I do.
He thinks he does.
I mean, is this a 70s television show?
Yes, but that's the only hint I want to give away.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Does he have a nickname?
We have a correct answer.
It's also a Marvel character?
We have a correct answer, and it was dumped upon us by You Pick 'Em Up, You Dropped 'Em, Jesus. And the answer is Benjamin Franklin Pierce, otherwise known as Hawkeye, from the legendary sitcom MASH. And now many other correct answers are coming in, but the first was You Picked 'Em Up, You Dropped 'Em, Jesus. Very impressive stuff, everybody. Very impressive. Can I
Now,
do
that's a series I'd imagine you've watched all of.
Oh, I couldn't say that I've watched all of it, but it certainly
Even in
was.
reruns over the last several decades?
It's possible. I couldn't say for sure, but it certainly was a regular part of my television habits when I was a young person. Yeah.
My folks loved it. We'd watch it every week.
Can I do my Hawkeye imitation again?
Go ahead.
It was a baby! It was a baby! One of the most legendary scenes from the show. Dana, you don't know it, but that was spot on.
It sounded like it. I'll believe you.
Now, back to what's wrong with us. A dude who runs a drone business out that way. He doesn't get it anymore either. He's wondering what the hell's gotten into folks. Dude runs a drone service, a drone business, which is sweet, I think. He flies those pigs around town, Josh. He helps folks search for missing people and or lost house pets.
Yeah, I mean, those have been very effective. What a change for law enforcement and folks searching for other folks. We've heard plenty of stories where, like, a kid wanders off into the woods and it's a drone that finds him.
Right.
Or a bear.
Sometimes
the bear's more tragic.
Right. Angry bus driver Jesus texted in. Did you ever watch much of Hogan's Heroes? No.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
I bet you'd like that show.
Never liked it. Tried it, never liked it.
Oh, as an adult or a kid?
I tried it. Kid, adult, middle-aged, teenage.
The whole range.
I've tried it.
Will you try it in the future
I don't
as
get
a senior
it.
citizen?
Maybe I'll try it again. I didn't get it. I
thought that was pretty funny.
I didn't find any of the characters funny. Hogan's Heroes did nothing for me, and I'm sorry I blew up.
My parents used to watch that, too.
My dad loved it. I didn't get it. Okay. Drone story. Dude runs a drone business. He flies them around town. He helps find missing people or sad, lost, cold, hungry house pets. And a day or two ago, some hard-on shot one of his drones out of the sky. So this drone guy's thinking, what the hell's the problem around here?
Pretty douchey.
Bob Russell is the name of the confused drone business owner. If it matters at all to you, the name of the outfit is 2A TAC Air Services. I should have edited that out. Who cares? He had 3 drones. Now he's just down to 2. He says he was flying his drone ski. He was looking for 2 missing dogs, and some peckerhead shot at it. And the shot damaged the drone's front sensors, whatever that is. And those damn things are expensive.
They sure can be.
I'm sure the jag
Especially the really good ones.
The good ones are expensive. I'm sure the dude who shot at it doesn't care. But he just cost Rob a pile of monies.
I wonder what it costs to hire Rob. You lose your golden retriever.
Yeah. Good question. Maybe you can look it up on the godless internet. Look up Rob, 2A TAC, T-A-C, the word TAC. Now I guess this information is useful. 2A TAC Air Services. Maybe he's got some price ranges in there. Rob says the drone was 366 feet up when it got clipped. And ironically, sadly, when the drone fell out of the sky, it landed on the dogs they were searching for, and it killed them instantly.
Well, that's the price you sometimes got to pay. Oh, they'll look for livestock. He does a lot of stuff.
I'm kidding. The dogs, I don't know if they ever found the dogs, but they were not killed instantly by falling drones. The cops are looking for the jagoff who shot the drone. Now, I didn't know this. And I also doubt that the jagoff with the gun knows this. Rob, the drone guy, says shooting a commercial drone is the same criminal charge as shooting at a plane full of people.
Whoa, wow.
That's hilarious.
That doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't.
Somebody's going to go to prison. That is funny.
According to the AI overview on Google, I didn't see any prices on his site. Hourly rates can go from anywhere between $100 and $500 if you want someone to fly a drone and find Snickers.
Well, I think I would. I would give it a shot if I was desperate enough to find Snickers or my, lost uncle with Alzheimer's or something. I think I'd pay that money. Here's a listener who texted in and has a question. What if the guy that shot that drone down is just simply in the drone removal business?
Oh, that's a great question.
Just do my job, man.
Maybe the man
That changes things, doesn't it?
I was unaware of the drone removal business. I didn't know about that line of work. I suppose that brings up a whole different story then.
Gosh, that's actually a great idea to get out of stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm in the shoplifting business. Well, I'm not going to get in the way of commerce.
I'll be damned. QA, Jesus. Maybe this is something we can do on the boat Friday, Josh. We're going to infect the river on Friday. QA, Jesus, back to the sitcom MASH. We touched on it a minute ago. He says, I know every episode of MASH by heart, almost every line. You can quiz me on the boat if you want to. That's QA, Jesus. So maybe print off some MASH trivia questions before we go on the boat.
That'd be cool.
Shooting at a drone, I think, is a strong sign that you're a full-blown moron who couldn't get a piece of ass with a $1,000 bill hanging out your zipper. But this here is on an even more pathetic level. Like we've stated a few times before, this kind of thing was expected at a mid-90s WCW house show. Everyone was doing it. Now, in 20 and 25, only the worst of the worst numbskull jabronis are still pointing their lasers. I'm pointing my laser at a guy. Now I'm pointing my laser at a car. Now I'm going to point my laser at an airplane.
You're so right. At WCW Monday Nitro in like 1997, Raven would be in the ring cutting a promo to have like 30 laser beams pointed right at his face.
Raven couldn't catch a break.
It was kind of like that for a lot of public events, concerts. I mean, pretty much anywhere you went.
I remember movie theaters, too.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Only the worst of the worst numbskull jabronis are still pointing their lasers. This happened down there where the gators roam free. In this particular case, a fully grown 41-year-old man was pointing his effing stupid mid-90s WCW house show laser at a sheriff's helicopter. And now he's facing the music in a big way for this. The 41-year-old plug goes by the name of Adam something or another. He's in jail now. Last week, around 2 o'clock in the godforsaken a.m., the sheriff department's helicopter was doing its thing up there in the sky, whatever they do, looking for derelicts. And the helicopter crew noticed a green laser beam that was bouncing around, obviously pointed at them on purpose. And they couldn't see dick because of it. It was affecting their operation. And there they saw Dinkus, Adam, standing in his driveway with a pair of binoculars in one hand and a laser pointer in the other. The helicops called the regular cops, and they went and found dude standing there like a tool.
It's always middle-aged guys for the most part.
Dude,
it's like 90% middle-aged. It's 100% guys.
Oh, yeah.
90% middle-aged guys.
Unmarried.
It's remarkable. Unmarried, untouched. And when the cops cuffed him, stupid ass only had one thing to say. He said he was just being silly.
I just was looking at the stars really, and I saw you guys.
Yep.
And I did something foolish.
Yeah, you did.
Is that him?
Mm-hmm.
I did something foolish. He's not in such a silly mood anymore. He's picking up his balls and spreading his cheeks for a thorough search over there in C Block, I would imagine. So.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, wait.
No,
Wait.
stop.
I'm sorry. Being silly.
Well, silly sometimes costs you.
Cost you.
Just cost
Oh,
you.
cost you. That's the end of the story. Okay, the sentence. Yeah. I should have been able to figure that out on my own. All right, if you're not quite aggravated enough, recently there was also a puke bag out there in California who just straight up fired a rifle at a police helicopter at his birthday party.
Are you looking to die? Or certainly kill somebody else, but himself?
Dude. And he's looking at 20 years for that. Nice work, stupid. This guy, also an effing 40-year-old, for Christ's sake.
You know, they study serial killers and cult leaders. I'd like to study these guys more and just wonder, like, what makes you want to do something like that? Because I bet this guy didn't mean to kill anybody. He just wanted to see what would happen. He was too stupid to figure it out.
I don't know. I think he maybe was trying to kill somebody.
I don't know. I thought he seemed too stupid more than anything.
Well, we'll get through the story. Then we can come to an agreement or a disagreement. 40-year-old man. The word is the dude by the name of Jennings, he was drunk and angry at his own birthday party. Maybe it wasn't too crowded at the party. Maybe that's what made him so angry. Nobody showed up for his birthday party. Says here, first the dude shot up his own house. They said he fired, quote, an entire magazine of ammunition inside his house. Everyone at the party called him a flatliner, and they smooth left. But they called the cops first. Then, our brilliant main character here, Jennings, he spent around 20 minutes, quote, intermittently firing his rifle at an Orange County Sheriff's Department helicopter that was responding to calls about repeated shots fired at his address. And by God, here's where I think, Josh, he's not just an totally clueless moron. This effing garbage pile even climbed up on his roof so he could theoretically get a better shot at killing the cops in the helicopter.
He was just shooting at everything.
Eventually, he dropped his weapon and surrendered. Hope you had fun with that. 20 years.
Yeah, your next 20 birthdays aren't going to be as exciting as that one was.
Yeah, good point.
20. So there you go. Kind of a violent trip so far in today's Stupid News Report. Violent. The video that goes along with this one is fun. And I don't know if we have a live human being anymore who puts videos on our website. But,
I believe it was posted.
The Germans, Josh. Some damn Germans.
They've been trouble before.
Yeah, they effed up. These folks accidentally stuck legit fireworks into a birthday cake. Oh, for...
There's more.
That would have been awesome.
I've never seen one of those, the ones that go out and keep coming back. I've never been someplace where they had one of those, the trick candles.
Yeah, I saw them not too long ago.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh. The birthday girl's getting very annoyed. I think it's a lot funnier when you're 9, not 40.
Oh, this is for an adult.
Yes.
That's great audio. They accidentally stuck hardcore fireworks into a birthday cake instead of regular little cute sparklers, and they damn near blew the eyebrows off of the birthday boy and killed everybody in the room. This video is going round and round, like videos do these days. A 20-year-old kid called Askin is his name. They're German, Askin. He and his brother in the video are leaning over the cake while his family lights the candles. Again, his family thought they were standard sparklers. Instead, you heard the fireworks started popping off like they were front row at a Kiss concert. Everyone was diving for cover. One of them didn't have the manliest scream.
No.
You heard it in the audio. That's my favorite part, is the 20, 21-year-old kid screaming like a 4-year-old girl. The brothers are, I don't know if they're twins or what's going on. The brothers dove under the table while the fireworks continued to blast off in the kitchen. Sparks, smoke filled the room. Nobody involved is entirely sure how they effed this up so badly.
Bag up, bag up.
Uh-oh.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord. Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. What you doing, Terry?
What you doing, Tara?
So good.
Had to wait for those two cars. In the early part of the video, there were two cars that went by. Then they lit them, Terry, and then everything went sideways. It says here, Josh, birthday party disaster videos are very popular on that godless, soulless, and wildly misinformed social media. You got any stories, birthday party disasters?
My grandma set her hair on fire, getting a little too close to a candle, blowing it out, and she used to...
Oh, she wasn't wearing any pants?
No, she...
I think, look, we finally hit the breaking point for Josh on jokes about his female family members. You have never looked at me like that before. You just looked at me like you want to kill me.
You know damn well my grandma had a Brazilian. There's no way they caught on fire.
You have been patient. You have been a great sport for decades when it comes to listeners and the rest of us going after your female family members. But with that grandmother joke, I think you finally reached a point of no return. You have never given me a look like that in the 30 years that we've been best friends.
I can explain what happened.
Oh,
I had
God.
never once pictured that area of my grandma.
Oh.
And then you did that to me.
I had a front row seat for it. You could just kind of see Josh's soul slowly leaving his body.
Yeah, just now that's all I can see.
Just like, nothing. Just nothing.
No, you're right. I bet a razor never seen that thing.
I'm sorry. Josh, I love you.
And I love
I'm
you.
sorry. But it just came to me.
No, trust me. I'm glad you said it for comedic purposes, but I wish I wasn't picturing that.
Oh.
This is a different grandma. Mentioned before.
This isn't the one with the jugs.
No, that wasn't the first breast I ever saw.
Different grandma.
This was a different grandma, yeah. And she aquanetted her hair or something like that and singed it.
I'm sweating. I got nervous there. I thought he was going to get up and start
No,
throwing
I was
punches
just
at.
disgusted.
I understand. I wouldn't fight you anyway. I'd let you get it out of your system.
I do feel bad for her. I singed my eyebrows off once. That's not a fun feeling, and then you just smell burnt hair constantly for days.
On the story of birthday party disasters, similar to the one we just told you about the Germans, last year a group of friends in Brazil lit what they thought were cake sparklers. They stuffed them into a cake at a restaurant. They thought they were lighting just regular cake sparklers. They ended up with bottle rockets sailing into the kitchen, and a couple of cooks were killed.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't remember the last time I've had a birthday cake, actually.
Well, I'm going to have one tomorrow night.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
For your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sheet cake.
Oh, sure, that's a classic. Does it have a design on it or anything that you're aware of?
I have no idea. I'll find out tomorrow night. My wife gets pissed, aggravated, all of the above, if we're at an event and there is not sheet cake. A graduation party, a birthday party, a wedding, whatever. Name an event where people gather and
specifically sheet cake?
Yes.
So if it's a different type of cake, she's not happy about it?
Not interested.
Huh.
Sheet cake is something that she lives by. And so tomorrow night for my birthday, she's putting one together, ordering one. I don't know. Maybe she's making it herself. I have no idea. But sheet cake is the key to her happiness.
Well, she could show up like at church events and whatnot, grab some, if she's not religious, just grab some cake and go.
All right. We're going to wrap things up over there in the friggin' United Kingdom. A married couple, finally has solved the mystery of the awkward-looking stranger who attended their wedding 4 years ago. So, the married folks, Michelle Wiley and her husband John, they took to paging through pictures of their wedding, and they noticed a big, tall Elvis Presley-looking dude at the ceremony, and neither one of them had a clue who the prick was. Their family and friends couldn't come up with jack squat either. Who the hell was this big 6'3", honky-tonk man, Elvis Presley-looking guy in the pictures? They tossed the mystery up on the godless social media. And finally, a cat by the name of Andrew Hillhouse stepped forward. and said, look, that's me. And the story is cute. On that particular day, this is 4 years ago, Andrew, the Elvis Presley-looking cat, he was running late, and he simply walked into the wrong wedding. He was on his way to a different wedding. He wasn't entirely sure where he was a-going. He saw a pile of well-dressed people cramming themselves into a hotel, and he thought, well, this must be the place. And it wasn't.
That's funny. I've done that. Not into the ceremony, but I've walked into the wrong reception because it was a big, like, hotel, and there was a couple going on at the exact same time. They were right next door to each other.
Multiple weddings,
yeah,
things like that.
I mean, so it just briefed for, like, I don't know, 15 seconds, and I turned around and realized it.
So this wedding ceremony, the wedding ceremony, I should say, that Andrew, where am I going with this? Yes. The wedding ceremony that Andrew was actually invited to attend was a couple miles down the road. He just walked into the wrong wedding. He didn't know where the hell he was. So Andrew plants his ass in the crowd to watch the proceedings. It wasn't until the bride walked the aisle that he realized he was in the wrong joint. He said, you can't exactly stand up. They got a hold of Andrew. And he said, you can't exactly stand up and walk out of a wedding mid-ceremony. So I just had to commit to this act and spend the next 20 minutes awkwardly sitting there trying to be as inconspicuous as my 6'2" ass could be.
Very polite, very considerate.
At the end of the ceremony, he was hoping to sneak out of there quicker than a hiccup, but the wedding photographer insisted everyone gather up for a group shot. So if you see the picture, there's a couple of them. One where the bride is walking the aisle, you can see Andrew plain as day. And again, he's a big character. He stands out. There's another picture, the group shot, you can see Andrew way at the very back of the crowd. He did not want to be in the foreground. He did his best to hide. Eventually, he escaped. He made it to the wedding that he was supposed to be at. For the bride, Michelle Wiley, she finally has an answer to something that's bothering her, that's been bothering her for years. Who is the big doofus at my wedding? She's now Facebook friends with Andrew, and they've met in person and the whole works. That's cute, right?
Yeah, it's funny.
Fun.
My brother once walked into the wrong funeral.
Oh, somebody just texted and said they did the same thing.
Yeah. He was roughly in the right neighborhood, and there just happens to be two separate funeral homes in the neighborhood. But it's interesting. Josh, old buddy of ours by the name of Jack passed away a number of years ago. And my brother, of course, wanted to pay his respects. And he walked in, and he's standing around, looking at the crowd, thinking he's at Jack's funeral. He walks around, he's looking at the crowd, and he notices an old coworker of ours, Josh, Jeff Passolt.
Oh, yeah.
Is standing around. And he says to himself, well, I didn't know Jack knew Jeff Passolt, right? And then it dawns on him, I'm at the wrong friggin' funeral.
No.
He didn't recognize anybody else in the room except for Jeff Passolt, and he says, okay, this can't be right. So he goes to, he eventually found Jack's service. He was a little late. But.
We're getting quite a few texts from people who have done the same thing at wedding and funerals. Just walked into the wrong one by accident.
Well, I mean, again, if it's a situation like you were describing at a big hotel with multiple ballrooms and whatnot, yeah, I can totally.
I mean, especially if it's, you know somebody. Let's say it's a coworker or something like that.
Yeah.
And so far, you've evaded capture for their murder. But you show up at the scene, and you just don't recognize anybody. Like, you only know a couple of people there. I could see that taking a little while to realize, like, oh, no, I'm in the wrong place.
And in this Andrew guy's case, the big honky-tonk man-looking guy, in this Andrew's case, the only person he knew at the wedding or wedding party or anything was the bride. He knew nobody else. So there you go. We got to take a break. We'll check the sports when we come back.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
I'd put us in the top 5-10% in college athletics for where our facilities are. They're immaculate. And just how...
What happens when the prostate enlarges in the urine chest?
That's a dilemma. What was the... Can you give me the answer on that? because I usually get up at about 1 for the first time, and I think that's something. Anyway.
Oh, Fred Hoiberg.
That was pretty good.
One of my favorite characters, one of my favorite sports personalities ever is Fred Hoiberg. He's the mayor. Coaching Nebraska's basketball club, the last number of years. He had a press conference yesterday. Reporters sitting around asking him stupid questions. And one of the reporters had a prostate medication advertisement randomly play on his cell phone.
That's awesome.
That'd be pretty embarrassing.
I think you heard it picked up there on the microphones.
Yeah.
And Fred had some cute jokes.
Yeah, he didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, he had a sense of humor about it. I know a lot of coaches probably wouldn't. They'd be annoyed by the whole thing.
That somebody had their phone volume on.
Sure, yeah.
Out of nowhere, one of the reporter's phones runs an ad, and the ad starts with the question, what happens when the prostate enlarges? And you heard Fred say, oh, shh. And he wanted an answer. Fred's a great guy. I told you he was injury-prone.
I thought of that immediately when I saw the news yesterday, Nick.
I told you.
Yeah.
He's injury-prone. We'll get back to that in a half hour we'll cover that in a half hour when Randy Shaver and Randy Shaver jumps in with us at 7:30. And also, before we go, out of nowheres, last night the Twins played their best game of the entire baseball season. It just sucks that nobody was watching.
But you're glad the team it happened against.
Yeah. And I'm so happy that I dedicated myself to last night's game. Despite their opponent, always tough for me to keep my lunch down when the Twins play the Yankees. I hate the New York Yankees. I hate everything about them. I hate every effing player on their roster. But I told myself, F stupid Monday Night Football. I'm watching this Twins game no matter what horrors might await. And they beat the piss out of them.
Yeah, they wiped the floor.
Simeon Woods Richardson was incredible. It was just great. I don't know if the Yankees were tired or what, but that was just. Glen Perkins will be joining us in a half hour. We can talk some baseball with him. For now, we got to take a break, and when we come back, Josh will cut loose with his news report.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hi, I'm Joe Saul-Sehy, host of the Stacking Benjamins podcast. Today, we're going to talk about what if you came across $50,000? What would you do?
Put it into a tax-advantaged retirement account.
The mortgage. That's what we do.
Make a down payment on a home.
Something nice.
Buying a vehicle.
A separate bucket for this addition that we're adding.
$50,000, I'll buy a new podcast.
You'll
partner.
buy new friends. And we're done. Thanks for playing, everybody. We're out of here. Stacking Benjamins. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Don't you say we have a second sponsor?
We do not.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
At this point,
You lied.
we now have dogs, feral dogs, obviously sick, obviously having issues, trying to find food, that are out and about at the same time that my children and our children are on the street.
A growing pack of wild dogs have been roaming a small city in northern Texas, becoming bolder, worrying parents about their kids' safety and humping everything.
A pack of wild dogs.
Wild dogs, I say. The city of Godley's been besieged by godless groups of strays. What started as the occasional nighttime prowler turned into a daily invasion, dogs wandering around at all hours. Videos are crazy. I mean, there's like 40 of them. The issue began months ago. They're all best friends. But now the animals seem comfortable in the neighborhood. Locals estimate that they are about 40 of them are roaming around, some looking thin and sickly, all of them unpredictable. No one knows exactly where the dogs came from or who let the dogs out, but the fear is someone's going to get hurt.
Shame on those people who are dropping their dogs off.
It's okay, Mom. Take a deep breath.
They're starving. Our animals, our children are at risk.
Daughter trying to calm her down there. Sidestepping miniature manure mountains, a local official explained the abandoned animals have become a growing problem in the area. He said the county doesn't actually have the legal authority to round them up, which is strange. And even if they did, every nearby shelter is already full.
So people think these are former house pets that folks just gave up on and kicked to the curb?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they look like. I mean, they just look like thin pets, really, and there's a ton of them.
Well, what kind of pile of garbage just throws a dog out the car and leaves?
Exactly. I mean, it looks like somebody just let them out of a shelter. There's so many, but yeah, they believe it is just jerkwads letting their dogs go.
You got to be just a pile of garbage.
They were walking around in big packs, too. They look just happy and content, like, hey, we run this show around here.
The Godley City Council is set to review a proposal that would add tougher penalties for anyone who abandons animals.
It brings back memories of how I was raised when I see a pack of dogs.
Just running around lawless?
Yeah.
Nobody in charge?
It was more or less like being raised by a pack of dogs.
In one of the biggest drug busts of their state ever, authorities in Georgia say they pulled over a woman and discovered 25 kilos of fentanyl in her car, an amount they believe could kill as many as 12 million people.
Jesus balls.
That's not just a stash, that's a potential population problem. Essentially, the entire populations of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and North Dakota would be gone. Prosecutors said the 34-year-old woman with the Doomsday Starter kit wasn't freelancing. She's linked to a cartel that federal agents have dubbed one of the planet's most violent and overachieving smuggling syndicates. And like out of a movie, one of its top brass, a man who reportedly staged his own death, was nabbed last year basking in California luxury. Now his hobbies include weightlifting in the yard and making toilet wine, as police say he'll likely never get out of prison. Meanwhile, back in Georgia, the accused didn't make her fentanyl road trip solo. Officers say her child was also in the car. The Drug Enforcement Administration explained...
You know how much babysitters are these days?
Yeah, well, I think if you got that much fentanyl, you'd be able to afford it. But,
okay.
But today is National Working Parents Day, so maybe she was celebrating early, taking her kid to work. They say 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be fatal, depending on someone's size, tolerance, and history with the drug, which puts into perspective just how dangerous that stash was.
I'll be dipped.
Apparently nothing says mother-child bonding like a brush with the law, which brings us to another mom caught misbehaving with her kid in the car. A Florida woman's been arrested after crashing into a school bus while Nick on a plane home from Jamaica drunk.
Oh, no.
911 got a call about a traffic accident involving a Lexus whose driver appeared to be Nick at X-Fest 3 drunk.
Jesus.
When officers arrived, they found the car had slammed into a school bus while her 11-year-old daughter was riding shotgun, an outing just below dentist appointment on any kid's fun list. Police say 38-year-old Megan Champion wasn't exactly living up to her last name that afternoon. Officers described her as drowsy and lethargic, her eyes glassy, pupils so constricted she looked like bedtime came early. A witness said the Lexus was moving slowly, weaving across lanes for a while. Then at an intersection, Champion suddenly turned left and hit the bus instead of the brakes and couldn't give a clear explanation as to what happened.
She didn't know what happened.
Things didn't improve when she exited the car. Police said she stumbled, swayed, and couldn't keep her balance. She also grew agitated and emotional, refusing to cooperate or answer questions. Yes, that roller coaster you see drunks go through.
Mm-hmm.
Asked to perform field sobriety tests, she initially agreed, then reconsidered. One clumsy attempt nearly sent her strolling into traffic, after which she nixed the idea completely. As police tried to cuff her, she lashed out, even attempting to take a bite out of crime enforcement. After biting the cop, police said the bus only had its driver on board at the time, and luckily no one was hurt.
She bit a cop.
Yeah, she bit a cop.
Not a good idea.
Friendship Elementary in Deltona, Florida wasn't feeling the friendship last week thanks to 2 pint-sized pillagers who left behind more than $50,000 in damage. Authorities say the 12 and 13-year-old shattered a glass door, then moved through the media center on Saturday, leaving extensive damage behind.
They busted up their own school?
Well, you know what? I'm not 100% sure if it was their own school. They admired their work. They even came back later to kind of walk through, say word, and high-five each other.
Scene of the crime.
And since they were there, they decided to make things worse. Body camera footage shows deputies stepping into the media center while an alarm echoed through the room.
The fire reported in the building. Please proceed to the nearest exit and leave the building.
Lock.
Carts.
Someone's got a dog.
Yeah, police dog.
Oh.
Carts and tables had been knocked over, books and supplies scattered everywhere, black paint streaked across the walls. Even the bathroom wasn't spared their creative touch. By Sunday, law enforcement posted a photo of the masked miscreants on Facebook, and the mystery was solved yesterday, courtesy of their own moms who turned the boys in.
Well, that's a change these days.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think my mom would turn me in, but she would definitely give me a spanking. If she would not turn me into the...
Man, how can you do that? I mean, you're just setting folks up with that one, Cubby.
Well, no, I mean, like with a wooden spoon or a hairbrush.
Yeah.
Or maybe grab a guitar with its strap on, rip off the G-string and punish a player. That kind of thing.
What the hell have you done?
651-989-9393 if you'd like to play. A well-known California chef has landed in serious trouble after cooking up more than just a new recipe. He's accused of going from saute to stick-up, pulling off 3 bank robberies in a single day.
Is that right?
Do you think that's the way to do it? Just get it done in one day?
Just knock them all out?
Yeah, the cops are at 1, you're already at your 3rd.
I never looked into that kind of a thing, but you may be right.
I wonder what the good strategy is there. 62-year-old Valentino Lucan, once the executive chef at a much-loved Italian restaurant in San Francisco, walked into 3 different banks across the city last Wednesday, slipping tellers handwritten notes which demanded cash. Investigators from the city's robbery unit quickly zeroed in on him as their suspect. The Italian-born chef had 2 additional heists in the Central District that same day, pointing to similar descriptions and the same quiet note-passing style.
He robbed 3 banks in a single day, sparking shock and concern across San Francisco neighborhoods that had once celebrated his culinary career.
Turns out it wasn't his main course in larceny either. In 2018, he was nabbed for holding up a Citibank, pocketing $18,000 while armed with a BB gun.
Wasn't satisfied with his life as a famous chef, obviously.
No, so in that case, he claims it was desperation because his restaurant imploded.
Oh.
Later, he mailed an apology note to the teller he terrified.
Oh, that was nice of him.
For now, the former chef remains behind bars as he awaits formal charges.
Huh.
A North Dakota woman's been charged with attempted murder after giving her boyfriend an uninvited lumberjack love tap as he slept, then flashing a large yet evil grin in her mugshot.
Oh, man.
See on 93x.com.
You're not lying, man.
Court documents say the late-night hatchet attack unfolded in the early hours of September 5th, sparking a 2-day manhunt which ended in Moorhead on September 7th. Police were called about 5:30 that morning after a man reported being assaulted with a weapon. When officers arrived, the victim explained he'd been alone and attacked without warning. Investigators later spoke with another man who apparently was at the scene. He told them he woke to the sound of screaming and saw the suspect, the victim's girlfriend, flirting with disaster by swinging a hatchet. He couldn't see where it landed, but, and this is gross, described hearing a noise like splitting wood.
Oh, boy.
He said the woman seemed out of it at first, but then snapped back after hearing the couch footrest click and noticing blood. Moments later, she sprang from the couch, getting off faster than Dana at a Josh Allen bubble bath party. She's charged with attempted murder and has a court appearance next month.
I'm looking at her mugshot, and she looks like a happy 5th-grade kid posing for the class picture.
Yeah, I mean, just a real big smile there.
What did she cut off of the guy?
Well, she got a couple fingers, it sounds like, and
no.
kind of right in the head.
Yeah.
The actions of a New Jersey actor, once known for lending his face to the Resident Evil video games, has landed himself the role of inmate after a road rage shooting which forced a local university into lockdown and left a driver shot in the nose.
At one point or another, his face was featured in a video game.
Yeah, where they put all those like sensors on your face.
Oh. And was that his only acting role?
No, he had other non-notable ones.
His most notable role was in the video game?
Yeah. And he was in one big show, but he was basically an extra.
Sure.
According to police, 48-year-old Ernest Hines flew into a near-deadly tirade in broad daylight last Thursday. It started when he reportedly cut off a woman trying to merge at a red light. Moments later, officers say Hines jumped out of his car, hurling curses at the driver behind him, even threatening to kill her as she sat frozen in fear. As they approached the light, the male yelled at her, reached his hand out the window, and fired a single shot, leaving the woman with a non-fatal wound to the booger cave.
Fortunately, it didn't look like it caught anything major, and she was able to maintain consciousness and speak to her officers. We're very grateful she's okay.
She got shot in the schnoz?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I can't imagine. Oh, I bet it looked terrible.
Oh.
The woman called 911, reporting she'd been shot in the face while the testy thespian sped off and right into the Stockton University campus. When police arrived, Hines was already gone, but they were soon able to catch up.
Some folks can't handle video game fame. Some can.
Yeah, he got too big of a star. Using her description of his vehicle, authorities tracked the suspect later that day. Meanwhile, the university remained on lockdown for 3/10 hours as officers scoured the grounds in search of the Resident Evil road rager. Hines, whose acting career peaked more than a decade ago, hasn't had significant roles since 2014. He was in a short film called The Soul of Blue Eyes. Before that, he had a brief, uncredited spot on The Sopranos and was known for providing face models in 2 installments of the Resident Evil franchise.
I mean, I don't think that I act or you act any differently, despite our role in the Grand Theft Auto video game series.
I mean, we turned down a lot of celebrity engagements, red carpet type of things. But, yeah, outside of that,
just not your guys' style.
Life hasn't changed. A moviegoer who must have demolished a bladder-buster-sized soft drink is facing multiple charges after relieving himself during a showing of the new Demon Slayer movie Friday night in Surprise, Arizona. Around 11 p.m., Surprise police got reports a man whipped out his wiener and whizzed.
Just in the theater, right where he was sitting?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the aisle or his seat.
Damn.
Surprising several fellow patrons at an AMC theater. Witnesses said that after his hot liquid plot twist, a few brave audience members confronted the urinating cinephile
dude, what are you doing pissing in the seat there?
And handed him the beating of a lifetime.
Oh. Moviegoers confronted the man and started hitting him.
Footage of the splashy standoff is now making the rounds online.
They tuned him up, huh?
Pretty good, yeah. The man who filmed the incident said 32-year-old Limmel Hull stood up, unzipped his pants, and after unholstering his peener, started peeing, then sat down like nothing had happened.
Did you call it a peener?
Yeah, peener. The witness said that AMC was very accommodating, gave everyone who saw the demon sprayer a refund, along with the chance to continue the film at a different theater, free snacks, and a gift certificate to see Finding Pimo, Jacob's Bladder, Piss Piss Bang Bang, or Flush Hour in the future. Surprise PD is still investigating that incident. Yeah, they don't know why he just decided to get up and go.
Gross.
It is nasty.
He's probably drunk.
Premiering tonight on ABC and streaming tomorrow on Hulu, the Season 2 premiere of High Potential. The first season ended with a major cliffhanger. In Season 2, a string of ingenious crimes forces a genius mom to balance solving cases, protecting her family, and confronting secrets from her past. The new season will consist of 18 episodes, up from 13 in Season 1. Tonight on Nat Geo, looking forward to this. Follow a class of Navy and Marine Corps student pilots as they enter the final and most unforgiving phase of elite strike fighter training in Top Gun's The Next Generation. The 6-part series provides unprecedented access into the cockpit and the lives of ambitious students as they face brutal aerial drills, dogfights, carrier landings, all to earn the coveted Wings of Gold.
You might jack it to this.
Possibly.
When I saw that trailer, I'm like, oh, this is the most Josh thing I've ever seen in my life.
You got to take it easy now when you're watching this.
No, I'll make sure there's other people around so I can resist the temptation. Top Gun, Guns, The Next Generation begins streaming on Hulu and Disney Plus tomorrow. But Nat Geo this evening.
Coming up next, we'll chat with Glen Perkins and Randy Shaver.
And now a Minnesota Twins update.
We're talking Twins with former All-Star closer
Glen Perkins.
Glen Perkins.
On 93X.
Play ball! Pull fair down the left
left field line. Lee scores. Here comes Julian. Buxton is heading home. Bellinger's throw is cut off. Austin Martin. 3-run double here in the 7th, and the Twins double their lead. It is now 6-0 here at Target Field.
6-0, he says. That was fun last night. I don't care who you are. Welcome back to the show, Randy Shaver.
Thank you.
There he is, Randy Shaver. And Glen Perkins is here, too. Hello, Glensky.
Good morning, everybody.
What's going on, man? How you been, brother?
I've been good. I've been enjoying some time away from baseball.
You have?
Doing some other things, and that's been very nice.
So you haven't been calling any games since when?
Last week, I guess.
What the hell you been doing with yourself?
Family stuff, maybe?
Yeah, family stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Well, tell us about it, man. I mean, hey, I'm really excited to talk about last night's Twins game. But beyond that, there's not a whole hell of a lot going on baseball-wise in this town. So we'd love to hear some.
We took our daughter. Now, you guys remember earlier this summer, she graduated high school. She is. They are on their way to San Diego. My wife and daughter are driving to San Diego right now.
She's going to be going to San Diego State, San Diego regular.
San Diego regular. I think I could still get into that college. University of California, San Diego, UC San Diego.
Oh, well, that's awesome. They're doing like a long cross-country trip, huh?
Yeah, so before that, we were out in New York, watched a little bit of Jimmy Fallon. We went to some Broadway shows.
Wow.
Yeah. Sounds like a good summer.
Doing that kind of stuff. It was a long summer of baseball, so it was nice to get away.
Jimmy Fallon, I didn't know he shot his program in New York City. I thought he was an L.A. guy. What'd you think of the Jimmy Fallon?
At 30 Rock.
Oh, does he do it at 30 Rock?
Yeah, same place to do SNL.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you have a good time?
It was awesome. Yeah, we all our whole family loves New York. We stay right there, the subway, all of that. We can go anywhere. It's awesome.
Did he recognize you as a former All-Star closer?
He didn't. And during the musical act, he sat on the stairs next to me. But I didn't tell him that. I didn't say, "Hey, Jimmy, nice to meet you. I played baseball." Because he would have said, "Is that team that comes to Yankee Stadium and never wins?"
I've never been to one of those late-night shows. Randy Shaver, have you been to see a late-night show?
I have not, no.
Dana, you went and saw somebody, didn't you?
I've seen Fallon a few times like Glenn, and it's very fun. It's
you're
cool.
a big fan of this guy?
I used to have some friends that worked on the show, so anytime I was in New York, they could always set me up with some tickets to a taping.
Josh?
No, never once.
When I was a kid.
I want to go to a game show like The Price is Right or something like that. I don't want to be on it just to watch it. Or Family Feud. I'd like to watch that.
When I was a kid, teenager, even into my early 20s, I would have killed you to get me a ticket to go see David Letterman.
Oh, that'd be great.
For sure.
I was a huge fan of the Letterman
Me too.
Program. I know a gal who went on.
It's fun to see. It's fun to see how the sausage gets made, how those shows get filmed, and the way that they do everything, and then the entertainment in between segments, I guess, is pretty entertaining. And Jimmy comes up in the crowd, does a Q&A thing, and it's pretty fun.
How long are you there when you go see something like that?
That's the downside. You got to get there at they start taping at 5. You got to get there by no later than 3:30. And so you end up sitting in like a green room and just with a big group of people.
Yeah.
And then you get out. We probably got out at 6:30, so you're there for a good 3 hours.
I was at one once where Sheryl Crow was a musical guest.
Oh, God.
And she played her new song, yeah, great, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Sheryl Crow, how wasn't she amazing? And then Jimmy is talking to her, and she's talking to him, and he's like, okay. And then he comes out to the audience, he goes, okay, Cheryl didn't like that one, so we're going to do it one more time from the top. So everybody bring the same energy, get excited, So then we reload and we do it again. And then she goes to Jimmy and says, can we do it one more time? Huh. So by that point, we were all out of Sheryl Crow energy. Yeah, go
Can't they
Cheryl!
Just splice in the previous crowd or something?
And because like Glenn said, it is a long process. And we were hungry. We were ready for dinner. And we're like, we got to sit through this new crappy single for a third time.
Did you experience anything like that, Glenn? Did they have to tape something over again they didn't like?
So the guests for the show we were at were Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez from Only Murders in the Building.
That's great.
And apparently Jimmy was telling us in between sets or whatever, where they were redoing the stage, that Martin Short and Steve Martin always write jokes when they come on. Like, they basically write like a mini stand-up set. And Jimmy doesn't know what they're going to talk about. And Steve Martin messed up one of his lines, so he wanted to redo it.
Okay.
And so it only took one time. So that was the only thing they had to redo. The first time I went there, the musical act did have to re-perform. And it was, I'm with you, Dana, it was not
it's painful.
Easy to bring the same energy for a song that I wasn't excited to hear.
These friggin' amateurs who have to retake, they get multiple chances at their comedy bit. Amateur stuff, right, Randy Shaver? You worked
Exactly.
You lived your life on live television.
Yeah, you got one shot at it.
There
Get it
was
right.
Yeah, you have to live with the embarrassment when you're doing something live. I think that'd be kind of fun. Seeing.
Live TV is not pretty.
I mean, there was the one afternoon where Burt Blyleven thought they were recording, and they were not.
Oh, that was the best ever.
They were live.
I was so hungover laying on the couch on that Sunday morning. I'm like, did I just hear what I think I just heard?
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Alex Rodriguez, who had been slumping a little bit, 1 for 21, having a very good series so far, 3 for 8 on Friday night, a 2-run home run, 2 home runs for Rodriguez, and then the American League batting title. Joe Mauer, 2 for 5 so far in the series against Jeter. We're going to do this thing over again because I just it up. Well, we're live. I didn't know that.
Glenn, how aware are you when you're – I mean, did they give you a bunch of warnings or lights going on? Because we've had it happen before here where we had no idea we were on the air.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think anybody that is around microphones should always treat and is always told to treat the microphone as if they're hot because somebody is always listening.
Right.
And so – and I think maybe on Twins TV we're a little bit more aware, and truthfully, not joking, because of that moment. That it's been reiterated to us and pounded into our heads that the microphones are hot, the cameras are on. Don't do what Bert did.
Don't do what Bert did.
I remember Randy saying many, many years ago, he gave us that advice too. Always assume somebody's listening if you're in front of a mic.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. We've heard people trash talking before where they didn't realize even off air you could hear the mic. They just thought, if you're on air, it's the only time it works. So we've heard that before, certainly.
Oh, man. Multiple takes, multiple tries. Let's do that over again. Friggin' amateur stuff, Glen Perkins.
I'm with you. We rehearse our TV stuff and like an hour before we're on, but then we've been live all year. I did not tape a single open for our games.
And you do a wonderful job.
Agreed.
You got one chance.
But you've had some time off. Now, when are you back to work?
I am not.
You're done for the season.
I am done.
Well,
wow.
Well, how did you? Well, then give us a summary of. Did you have a great time? Did you have an okay? Will you be back next year? What'd you?
I will be. Yeah. I mean, my contract is up, but I would assume that'll get all worked out. I'm not too concerned about that. But it's awesome. I mean, even when the team doesn't perform the way that everybody hoped, it's still awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that we work with is great. The guys in the clubhouse, Rocco, the staff around there, everybody is very open with us and helps us do our job. A lot of it hinges on how the team does. And so as the season drags on and things aren't going well, it gets difficult. But it's more difficult for the guys on the field, and I know that from experience. But
I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it.
It's the greatest job in sports. It really is.
Great to hear. That's great to hear.
I don't take it for granted.
Got a text message because I do want to talk about last night's game, and when we love just jaw-jacking about anything with Glen Perkins, but I do want to get to last night's game. Here's a text message from a listener who says, how come the Twins can never beat the Yankees, but now that they have the same payroll as a Dollar General, they go out and whoop their ass?
I don't think the Yankees are that good this year.
Well, maybe not, but they almost, as you know very, very well firsthand, they almost always stomp the guts out of the Twins, no matter what the hell's going on with their team.
Yeah, and there's a phrase in baseball they're saying that any team can beat any other team on any given day.
Yeah.
And essentially that is, like during a Major League season, every team's going to win 50, every team's going to lose 50, and then what do you do with the other 100? Because just the talent is high enough on both teams, even if one team is worse and full AAA/Major League guys or fringe Major League guys, they're still going to find a way to win occasionally. And I'm not saying that's what happened last night. I don't think the Yankees are great. I think that some of these younger Twins players are showing that they have something to prove and playing pretty well, hitting the ball pretty well. So I don't know. I mean, I think if you stack them up in a 20-game series, the Twins aren't going to win that series. But
here's the thing.
They put it together last night.
They did. I committed myself to watching last night's game in its entirety. I know that Monday Night Football had this and that going on, but I'm to the bitter end kind of a Twins fan. And despite the fact that the Yankees turned my stomach to a degree where, I'm almost, my appearance is almost sickly when I watch the New York Yankees. I hate the Yankees and everything about them, but I said, you know what, F it. No matter what horror show unfolds here, I'm going to watch this baseball game. And out of nowhere, the Twins maybe played their best game of the entire baseball season last night.
I tell you what, Simeon Woods Richardson was pretty good.
Unbelievable. Yeah. He was unbelievable.
Where is that every night?
I don't know. And then the bullpen after him also was terrific, and they had some great plays in the field, and they won 7-0. When is the last time? Maybe I'm forgetting something obvious, but the last time the Twins so handily beat the New York Yankees, it just turned out to be a riot last night, and it came out of nowhere.
Well, I got a crazy little nugget for you then that I had a buddy text me last night and then saw in the postgame notes. The last time the Twins shut the Yankees out in Minnesota was the day after my daughter was born in 2008.
Wow. That was the last time the Twins shut out the Yankees in Minnesota?
Yes. My daughter is a senior in high school.
That's awesome.
To make it even a little crazier, I threw 8 innings in that game, and then Joe Nathan threw the 9th.
Wow.
Nice. F me.
Part of Twins history.
That's awesome. I love that. That's a great, as you put it, a great little nugget there. It's just a shame that this happened. It's a shame
August 11th, 2008.
August 11th, 2008.
Was the last time the Twins shut the Yankees out in Minnesota.
I just think it's a shame that this happened when very few people are interested.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like to be the way it works.
I'm sorry, one more time.
I think that's usually the way it works. The Twins beat the Yankees when nobody cares.
Yeah.
What was it? A couple of years ago, the Twins won the season series against them. But it was another a lost year for the Twins, and I think it seems like we always run up against them in September, and if the Twins aren't in it, nobody's paying attention.
Right. It was just wonderful. Good for Simeon Woods Richardson, the bullpen. Austin Martin drove in 4 runs. Tonight they'll go again. One of my favorite names in all of baseball starting for the Yankees tonight. Cam Schlittler.
Oh,
careful.
Gotta be careful with that one for sure.
And Zebby Matthews. Cam Schlittler is on the
bump. You can get yourself into trouble with that name.
I'm a professional, and we're live.
There was a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. This is when I think I still played. Named Buck Farmer.
Oh, yeah. I remember Buck Farmer very well.
This is when Dick and Bert were doing the games. And I remember Dick saying on the bus that morning on the way to the field, Bert Blyleven's on TV, Buck Farmer's pitching. It's a day game in Detroit. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, old
and
Buck Farmer.
I think that Bert called him Buck Farmer every time. He didn't flip the first letters around.
That's awesome.
I had trouble saying Ethan Hunt once on live radio. That was uncomfortable.
I was there for that. You were trying to say Ethan Hunt.
And then there was a C word,
there was a hard C.
Comes to theaters or something like that.
Yeah, Ethan Hunt comes to theater, and instead you said something terrible.
It was foul.
Wash your mouth out with soap after that, Josh.
I know.
Talking with Glen Perkins here. What else is going on? The Philadelphia Phillies beat the Dodgers last night, so Philly wrapped up their second straight National East title. Is that a club that you think is going to be tough to beat?
I saw Joanne Duran gave up a home run last night.
Oh, yeah?
The second homer he's given up all season, and both of them are at Dodger Stadium.
Told you we should have traded him.
You knew it.
I don't know who's going to win this year. I don't know how this whole thing is going to go.
Well, we were talking yesterday about the Brewers, and the Phillies are battling for the best record in the National League. Who's doing so in the American League? Help me.
It's Detroit.
Detroit and
Toronto.
Okay.
Home runs are huge in the playoffs because the pitching is so good.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to hit home runs, and I think that's going to end up maybe biting the Brewers, even though they've hit more home runs, I think, than people realize. But you score a higher percentage of runs via the home run in the playoffs than you do during the regular season.
Okay.
And the Phillies mash. So that might help them. Phillies, Dodgers, Detroit is pretty good, but I think they have some holes.
Yeah.
Toronto is impressive. Those guys can hit, man.
Yeah, they hit the hell out of the ball. Their lineup is terrific.
And I wouldn't hate it for those guys.
No.
Like, they're a fun team to watch.
No.
I like their manager a lot, John Schneider.
The Canadians go extra bananas, come the playoffs, too. They're a fun crowd to watch.
We were just there late August. The atmosphere was awesome.
Yeah.
I'd be super happy for Jose Barrios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Who knows? That's what's great about the playoffs is you truly do not know what's going to happen.
Maybe think about it for a week. I think next Tuesday is our final conversation with Glenn for the baseball season. So maybe next Tuesday I'll bust your chops about some predictions for the playoffs. How's that sound?
We'll get the brackets ready.
Yeah, get them ready. Speaking of the F-bombs, were you a Pearl Jam fan growing up, Glenn Perkins?
Yes, I love Pearl Jam.
Did you really? Just when we were starting to become friends.
I still do.
Do you really? You like Pearl? Edward Vedder, the lead singer of that band, he dumped an F-bomb on live television the other day during the Chicago Cubs broadcast.
Singing the stretch with him, what was it like?
Oh, I was terrified.
You were terrified? Why?
Just I didn't want them to up.
Yes.
That just aggravates me. Everyone can cuss.
It's so great that guests can get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, so you're on board with this, Glenn Perkins. I'm tired of every time some friggin' famous somebody or another curses on television or radio, everyone has a great time with it. But, Glenn, you know this. If we do that, we go to the friggin' boss's office.
No, I was saying that facetiously.
Oh, I'm pissed about it. I want to cuss on the radio. I'm tired of behaving myself. Everyone else can just F this, F that, and everyone giggles it off. Josh, right? We're going to get called into the office if we curse on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's a total mistake.
I want a little freedom
I'm
around
with you. I was saying that facetiously.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I get wound up, Glenn Perkins.
No, it's not that I want to just go drop F-bombs, but there's certainly some times that I would rather use more colorful language about what I'm
Yeah, you think to yourself, man, I could really, forgive the pun, knock it out of the park if I could curse in this situation.
Right.
Yeah, it adds some punch to some jokes.
It does. It does. You get tired
instead of saying, well, that was a play he would have liked to make, saying, what the F was he doing?
Yeah, that was a total cluster F. Who the F signed this guy? Things like that.
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder was sitting in the bleachers during Saturday's Cubs game. They were honoring Anthony Rizzo for being a subpar athlete. Vedder's sitting in the stands with Anthony Rizzo and supermodel Cindy Crawford was there.
Wow.
Does anyone know how that works?
I'm not sure why she was there too, buddy.
Is she a Chicago lady?
Interesting combination.
And they sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and then Vedder swore on the radio. And everyone thinks it's funny. Not me. I don't think it's funny. All right, Glenn. Well, there you go. An emotional final next Tuesday for you.
Yeah, it's been fun. But we'll go out with a bang.
What are you going to do with the extra half hour a week you got now on your plate?
Boy, I really don't know.
I mean, you can still join us if you want.
So much time, it's hard to, I'm going to get stuck trying to figure out what I want to do at that time.
Kind of like retiring all over again.
You can call us anytime you want.
New hobby?
It just won't be sponsored, but you can call us anytime.
You can't get paid.
You can't get any money. But more importantly, what are you doing while the wife's out of town for a week, driving your kid?
Well, I'm going. We're flying out on Thursday.
Where the hell are you going?
I only got another day and a half.
Where are you going?
San Diego.
Nothing fun.
Oh, you're going to San Diego to join them, or you're going somewhere on your own?
No, I got to go down there to help move her in.
Oh
yeah.
For Christ's sake.
That big IKEA dresser you got to load up there into the dorms.
All in boxes upstairs. She's probably on like the 9th floor.
Oh, sure.
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
Total friggin' nightmare. And you're going to eyeball every dude in that dormitory.
I have a feeling that I'm going to want to move into her dorm, though, because I think she's going to have an ocean view. So.
Oh, nice.
Dang. I did have that at St. Cloud State, Glenn.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I didn't have that at Territorial Hall in Minneapolis either.
There wasn't much to see out the window at Territorial Hall aside from maybe, I don't know, a couple dudes leaning up against a brick wall vomiting or something like that. I thought
That's
when you
about
said
it, yeah.
I thought when you said you were leaving town in a couple days, you were going off on your own skis, like you and your bros were going to go to Nashville and
Thailand or something.
Yeah. Well, take care of yourself, Glenn. We'll talk to you next week. Have a nice time in San Diego, and we always appreciate it.
All right, we'll talk to you guys next week.
So long, Glen Perkins. Our conversations with Glenn are brought to you by Xfinity, now introducing the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed, Randy Shaver.
That's tight.
Yep, it's a great deal.
Some sad news. I'm just learning Robert Redford passed away
died this morning.
Really?
89 years old.
Yeah.
I am very sad to hear that.
I recently saw him do a quick cameo in a show called Dark Winds, which I really enjoy, to the point where I had to turn to my wife and go, is that Robert Redford? He's a producer of some sort, at least of the most recent season, and he and George R.R. Martin of Game of Thrones did a very quick cameo, in I think it was the first episode.
Robert Redford has left us, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, F me.
Legend.
The Natural.
Yeah, great movie.
One of my favorites. The Natural. Pick me out a winner, Bobby. Before he hit the game-winning home run for the New York Knights. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, right, Randy Shaver?
Mm-hmm.
The Sting.
With Paul Newman.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of some others. I mean, he was in
All the President's Men. I don't
Never
know if you
saw
ever
it.
Yes.
Oh,
Great
fantastic
movie.
movie.
Never saw it. I'll tell you
Ordinary
that
People.
right now. Ordinary People?
See that one?
Robert Redford was in Ordinary People?
Had something to do with it.
89 years old. Who were some of his love interests throughout the years? I mean, I'm sure he struggled at times.
As we all do.
As we all do. Robert Redford, he was like any other swinging D. I'm sure he struggled at times.
He never struggled.
Who were some of his love interests? Did he get married a few times?
Well, he's got a bunch of kids.
Married twice.
I'm not familiar with either person.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
Lola Van Wagenen?
Wagenen?
You familiar with that person?
No.
And I'm assuming this is Sybil Saggers? That's unfortunate if that's how you pronounce it.
She had the Saggers, huh?
I don't want to give anything away, but I do have a buddy who calls his mother-in-law Hangers.
Oh, no! That's disrespectful as all hell.
He'll say, Hangers is coming over to watch the kids.
That is a lack of respect.
I agree.
For your elders.
Accurate, but wrong. Wrong to
So
say.
you can confirm.
Can confirm.
I had a sweet math teacher when I was in like 5th grade. I'm not even going to say her name, but her hangers were down by her knees. We all just could not contain ourselves every class.
Well,
it was just, she was such a sweet lady, but man,
She didn't wear a bra?
I didn't know what a bra was, I don't think, at the time. So
one of my friend's mothers could stand to go bra shopping. Josh, thank you I appreciate you giving us the heads up on Robert Redford. I mean, that is sad. A full, wonderful life the man led. 89 years old. But, I mean, that is, if we could all be so lucky, yes, that is an all-timer. That's an all-timer. I think the last movie I saw with Robert Redford was a movie where he's just on a boat and everything goes to hell. It was called All Is Lost. Anybody?
That's a recent one or just one you saw?
4 or 5 years. Yeah, good question because I usually see
2013.
He was
oh
in
my
the
God.
one with Woody Harrelson, and he was the millionaire.
Inappropriate guy in Vegas. Inappropriate guy in Vegas. Right, Dana? What did you say it was called?
I said Indecent Proposal.
Indecent
That's
Proposal.
Oh, I like that movie.
It's not a very good movie.
I thought it was pretty good.
Robert Redford gets on a boat because he's a sailor, and it doesn't go well. It's called All Is Lost. Oh, my God, I can't believe that was 20 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
If someone were to make that indecent proposal to you, Nick, you and the wife, $1 million, one night with her, what would you say?
I wouldn't get a chance to answer because she would answer first and say yes. $1 million? She'd say yeah. What are you worried about? She'd look at me.
She would say, I'm worth that.
Yeah. If I said a word, she'd slap me across the... I told you he was injury-prone, Randy.
I know you did.
God, I'm surprised it wasn't worse. I thought he was going to be murdered on Monday night. Or Sunday night.
Yeah, he was kind of running for his life a little bit.
Says here, Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy, he ain't going to play Sunday versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and I heard 2 weeks to a month he'll be on the shelf
2
because...
to 4 weeks.
What did I say?
Yeah, 2 to 4 weeks. That's crazy.
He sprained one of his ankles in that game against whoever beat him the other day. I can't remember now.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
he'll be out through the bye week for sure.
And then just one final update. J.J. McCarthy, did come in very, very sore today with the ankle sprain. I would anticipate we are not planning on having him for Sunday and don't likely see this being any kind of short-term IR thing, but I do want to see, and Tyler and the group want to see how he responds, to treatment this week. But, give him a ton of credit, just the toughness to get that thing taped up and keep playing.
What was it, 5 or 6 sacks?
6, I think. That's troubled Vikings head coach Kelvin O'Conrad right there confirming. So, old-timer Carson Wentz is going to likely start against the Bengals. Damn, now this game just became fun because yesterday we found
are a heartbeat away from Max Brosmer.
Oh!
Or a phone call to Atlanta about Kirk Cousins.
Don't even talk that.
I don't think they're going to pay
Don't
the
even
money
start
to
with that garbage.
I thought it would be so funny, though.
I thought I put a ban on talking about that prick a long time ago.
They didn't really talk too much about him during the broadcast.
No, they really didn't.
I expected them to fully bring him up quite a few times.
I think after last season's showing, when they really just went all in on that storyline, that they kind of got it out of their system.
Yeah, I bet you're right. There's a lot of people that text in and say they don't really buy this whole sprained ankle thing.
It does seem a little fishy.
Well, there is some video of the way he was moving at the end of the game, and it didn't look like he was banged up at all. But
they're not buying it? They think the Vikes just are looking for a reason to sit him down after 2 games?
Yeah. I saw Michael Rand in the Star Tribune called it a soft benching. Let him have a little time to figure things out and then come back after the bye week.
It might be a combination of the two.
Really? After 2 games?
God, he looked pretty frazzled in 7 out of 8 quarters.
Yeah, but, this is the guy what's the word I'm looking for?
He's your franchise quarterback.
He's supposedly your franchise quarterback. It usually isn't 2 games to where coaching staff start figuring out a way how to get him off the field. It's more 7 or 8, 9 or 10. So I don't know if I'm going along with that. At any rate, this game just became a lot more fun for me. You guys know I love bad football. I love interceptions, fumbles, injuries. So suddenly this game coming up Sunday against Cincinnati is going to feature 2 backup quarterbacks. That appeals to me.
Yep.
And according to an article in the Sporting News, Carson Wentz has the opportunity to revive his career in Minnesota and potentially create a quarterback controversy with him and McCarthy. Ooh. I was raised on quarterback controversy.
This is not a Sam Darnold situation.
Oh, you don't think so, huh?
No.
But we have the quarterback whisperer.
We do.
Oh, God, I'm so tired.
He's going to have to do yelling then because they're going to need a lot.
Quarterback
more
whisper.
Than a whisper.
Somebody should whisper to him what a guy should do in the first quarter on a 4th and 1 at your own 35-yard line.
Yeah, you said your own 35-yard
Yes,
line?
your own.
Your own, okay.
Yes. Carson Wentz. They say here, if he does well against Cincinnati, and then they play the Steelers, and then they play the Browns, who also suck eggs on defense, that Carson Wentz will build up all this momentum, and then when J.J. McCarthy's healthy again, it'll be a tough decision for old Conrad, whatever the coach's name again. I always forget his name. Old
Kevin?
Help me. Kelvin
After
O'Connor.
this game against Cincinnati, those other 2 games are overseas.
Right.
Yeah, they're not even here.
Ireland and then England, is that the order?
What do you think of these other two headlines, Randy Shaver? It only took 2 games for the Vikings to regret snubbing Karen Rodgers. Another headline. Vikings' decision to snub Karen Rodgers already looks like a massive mistake.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I will say this, if you're into fantasy football, start Jordan Mason this week.
Never heard of him.
Because Aaron Jones isn't going to play.
Oh, the Vikings running back.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones never plays.
Well, he's not going to play this week.
He's always hurt.
He's hurt.
A lot of injuries on that football club, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yardbarker has something or another called the panic meter. So, Randy Shaver, where's the panic meter now for Vikings fans now that the unproven and injury-prone rookie
think it's
quarterback
up there.
has had his ankle give out on him?
Yeah, I think it's up there.
It's up there, the panic meter.
And not just because of him, but because of all the injuries that they've had and the way, how bad their offense has looked in 7 of the 8 quarters that they've played.
Maybe this is just a paternity leave, a couple listeners are saying.
They're not going to do that, no.
I told you the sumbitch was injury-prone.
I know. You know, it's hard not to have an overreaction this morning because of this, but, you know, there's such a long way to go in this guy's career.
Yeah. I get it. Sure. A Monday night.
I just pray that it's not a Christian Ponder situation. That little voice is in the back of my head.
Christian Ponder. Ponder. Do you hear it? You hear it?
It's a Christian Ponder.
Does it kind of come from behind your eyes? I know that
It does.
I know that voice. I've heard that voice before. Mine says this. Mine says, doesn't matter if you're married, just do it.
Oh, you can't say that.
Go for it, bro. Just like the old days, you can still do it.
You can get away with it.
She'll never know. That's what my voice says, but yours says Christian Ponder. He'll figure out
I
that.
had your voice.
Oh, yeah?
You know, she's on to you, Nick. You know this. We were talking about our Border Bash. Tickets still available next month in Wisconsin. Live broadcast, Turtle Lake Casino.
Right.
She was it the first year or the second year she sent you that text while we were in the
First year we were there.
First year.
As soon as I crossed over into Wisconsin, she had her suspicions.
Yeah. And what did she text again?
I opened up my cell phone 7 or 8 o'clock on our first night in Wisconsin. Opened up my cell phone, saw a text coming into me from the wife, and it simply said this: "Are you committing adultery right now?" And I said no, which was the truth.
No, I was standing right next to you.
I was standing in the bar with Josh.
You were completely innocent.
For at least another hour or two.
That's true. I didn't have an eye on him.
I behaved my friggin' self all weekend.
Getting pretty defensive.
She sniffs it out. I'll tell you, she sniffs it out instantly.
You're not going to get away with it.
I know. Monday Night Football was double-ended last night. Mm-hmm. On one end, you had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating Houston, and on the other end, you had the L.A. Chargers beating the Las Vegas Raiders. Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield engineered a game-winning touchdown drive for the second straight week. Were you...
Touchdown wins it.
Oh, my God.
Second and goal, ball just outside the 2. Hot in motion, they are going to run it. And a touchdown, Tampa Bay! Rashad White on top with 6 seconds to go.
Is that was the game-winning touchdown?
Yeah, that was it.
That's unbelievable. So there you go.
They're good.
The Buccaneers?
Yeah, they're good. They've got a really good defense. They run the ball well. They did last night against Houston, almost 170 yards in the ground. Bucky Irving and Rashad White are a good 1-2 punch. They've got a lot of talent.
Bucky Irving, didn't he spend some time with the Golden Gophers?
He did.
Nice.
Then he went out to Oregon.
Yeah. I remember Bucky.
He's a good player.
All right. I'm sorry I'm going to blow up here, but this is mind-boggling. Some pro athletes are so effing clueless. And this is why I get aggravated the way some people straight up worship athletes. You're worshiping an idiot in some cases. Before their game on Sunday, some members of the Kansas City Chiefs wore T-shirts calling for the freeing of teammate Rashee Rice.
Oh, for God's
who's been suspended by the National Football League for the first 6 games of the season. You know, Rashee Rice, the dude who was racing recklessly down the highway in a motor vehicle like an effing jackass at 120 miles per hour. He caused 6 effing car accidents and mangled innocent people in the process. He could have easily killed a dozen people, but he got lucky. Oh, and then he was seen fleeing the scene without checking to see if any of the injured people were in need of help. That's the guy, huh?
That is not a good look.
That's the guy that needs to be given a break. That's the guy that needs to be, quote, freed. So Travis Kelce was one of the players from the Chiefs wearing a Free Rashee T-shirt. Another was some wide receiver called Tyquan Thornton or something. Are you guys stupid or just that completely enamored by yourselves that you can't think like a reasonable human being anymore?
Combo, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the PR team saw those shirts out on the field, and they're like, oh, God, here we go.
Busy day.
What in the hell is on your mind to do something? Free who? The guy who almost killed a bunch of people and fled the scene. That's the guy you want. What are you doing?
It's one thing to talk about and hope that he's coming back, and you can't wait for him to come back and play. It's another thing to publicly do something like that.
Like he's been wronged
so
somehow.
Disrespectful to the people that he hurt.
Yes, absolutely 100%. Yes. Yeah. Come on. I saw a text.
They are, professional athletes, for the most part, are pretty good about what's going on socially.
Yeah.
But some of them are tone deaf.
Oh, the money and the fame has turned a lot of these guys into impossible morons.
I will say that the majority, though, are aware of what's going on socially and are respectful of that.
It reminded me of many years ago. I went off to the Mirage nightclub off of Riverside. At least it used to be, Josh. Did you go to shows at the Mirage?
Just one. I saw Lynch Mob back in the day.
Oh, dude. We saw everybody at the Mirage in the early 90s when all our favorite hard rock bands got kicked to the curb by that awful, awful grunge music.
That was the perfect time to see that and the perfect venue for it. They had all the great shows.
I saw everybody there. And one night I went off to see the Motley Crue. This is when John Corabi had taken over as their lead singer, so around 94, 95. Tommy Lee, of course, is back behind the drum kit. Massive crowd. Massive. It's a little club, but it was a sold-out show. And Tommy Lee had just gotten out of jail for allegedly beating up his wife, who was Pamela Anderson at the time. And after the third song or so, Tommy gets on the microphone and says, "Free at last, baby. Free at last." And the crowd says, "Yeah!" And I turned to my buddy and I said, did he just not get out of jail for beating up his wife?
Yeah, and wasn't she even holding their kid? It was a whole awful situation.
What are you talking about, free at that? In that moment, I had a completely different outlook on the guy. What are you, stupid or something?
Yeah, as if, he's the victim.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Karen Rogers is a douche Jesus has checked in on this topic, and he said he might have to change his name to Travis Kelce as a douche Jesus. Hey, man, you just let me know. I can make that change.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Now, hilariously, the Kansas City Chiefs are 0-2 on the season so far.
That is pretty great.
They've never started 0-2 during this painful, awful Patrick Mahomes era and the Kelce thing. It's just been terrible. Their chances of making the playoffs are 12.2%. Since 1990, teams that start 0-2 only find themselves in the postseason 12.2% of the time. Long season, but things look promising. Things look very promising. Randy Shaver apparently out there summers as a diehard Chicago Bears fan who runs 1 mile for every point the Bears lose by.
Oh, my gosh.
And he has passed away after Sunday's game against the Detroit Lions.
Heart couldn't take it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm kidding. He only wishes he was dead. The Bears got crushed by the Lions by 31 points Sunday. And this guy, he's a runner. He's a real athlete. Of course, when I When I first read the story, I was hoping it was some beer-bellied doofus, who smokes half a pack of.
Yeah, like the old Da Bears bit.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
But this guy is one of these fitness nuts that wants to live forever. But at any rate, as soon as the Bears lost to Detroit by 31 points, he started up his TikTok video, and he ran 31 stinking miles. And he pledged he would do this for the entire season. I don't know if he's going to make it. 31 miles. Isn't that 2 marathons damn near?
Well, isn't a marathon 26 and a half?
Oh.
Is that what a marathon
is?
is?
A little over 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Josh has audio of an NFL coach that I'd like him to play here in a minute, and I'm a fan of this guy. I am. But you just tell me, if you closed your eyes, does this sound like an NFL coach or like, say, a dude your younger brother buys weed from?
I was coaching and calling a football game, so yeah, I wasn't spending my time considering what the fans were doing at all. The fans want their team to win, so I figure that if we win football games,
okay, come on,
that's I don't think it's personal. I think they want to win, and so do I.
I think I'd sound like that if I was caught cheating. I don't know where to go. I'm so busted.
What would you say if you closed your eyes, Randy Shaver? NFL coach or dude your younger brother buys weed from?
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah. That's Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel, his response to the banner flown above the ballpark Sunday calling for him to be fired.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like he was coming up with video game strategies or something in his head, not really paying attention to what he was saying.
God, I like his style. I do.
Yeah, he's definitely different.
Yeah.
He's kind of fun.
I like his effing. I wish he would have some success there because I love that he's just this like, what? Oh, no way kind of a guy.
I'll try anything 4 times Jesus said he is going to start masturbating once for every point the Vikings lose by. Have a water bottle nearby. You gotta hydrate.
Oh, Amazon needs some Gatorades, man.
They lost by 16, I think, was the point total on Sunday. Was it 16?
Well, get cranking.
I can't do that arithmetic.
Get cranking.
That's gross. You end up with tennis elbow.
There's some chafing.
Dude, or penis elbow. One of the two. The Man Bear Pigs begin training camp this week. Boy, I bet that sucks.
Oh.
NHL training camp, no pucks for
Summer's over, you beach rats.
I bet there's no pucks for about 2 weeks. Nothing but skating. Awful. I remember those hockey practices where the coach wanted to be a hard-on, and he'd say, no pucks today, just skating, and you'd briefly fantasize about killing the guy. Timberwolves officially hired a couple of fellers. Johnny Juzang, he's going to try to hit some three-point baskets here for the Timberwolves. And they re-signed Bones Highland. I heard he might get a little more playing time this season. A couple of members. Did we already know this? A listener texted me and said some kind of official announcement was made. Kevin Garnett will be the chief operation officer for the Timberwolves. Did we already know this?
Never heard that.
We had heard that it was a possibility.
All right, that's just one story. I don't know if it's true.
Never heard that.
Kevin Garnett will be hired as the chief operation officer, whatever that means.
I don't know why KG would want to do that.
He's got nothing else to do.
He's got this successful podcast.
Oh,
He's
a podcast.
Got so much other stuff going. I just don't know why he would want to do that. Unless they were to give him some sort of percentage of the club. You know what I mean? I just don't know why you'd want to anchor yourself down to do that.
KG sitting behind a desk like doing clerical work and stuff.
Him, right?
I think it's because he loved a Timberwolf.
Well, you can love the Timberwolves and still not be working for the man.
Yeah, just take one of those ambassador roles that a lot of guys like Kadire and stuff have for the Twins, where it's just kind of, show up when you want.
Show up and
well, maybe that's what this is.
I kind of assume that's what
this is. Or be a consultant to the players or the team.
Maybe that's what this is. I don't think any of us know what it means to be the chief operation officer. Maybe it means he buys beer on the road. I don't know.
It just sounds like fancier title than team ambassador.
We should not be complaining about Kevin Garnett being involved.
No, I just don't understand why he would want.
It's in his blood.
Do that.
It's in his blood. Love KG. Here's an argument I'd be ashamed to get caught up in. Who's the best golfer amongst current NBA players?
Steph Curry.
The common answers are either that scumbag cheater Stephen Curry or Austin Reeves of the Los Angeles Lakers. If you commit yourself to this argument, you're a terrible person. But those are the two names that always come up. Stephon Curry and Austin. And finally, Randy Shaver, former MMA guy and total jag-off, Conor McGregor, has announced he's withdrawing from the Irish presidency race.
And now I got to rethink my whole voting strategy.
There goes my hopes and dreams down the toilet. He's not going to run for...
that's unfortunate.
I know.
The good ones never do.
The good ones never run.
Yeah.
They back
That's
out.
what I'm saying. They just never do.
Oh, there you go, Randy Shaver. That ought to do it for another, what do you call it, broadcast.
That sounds good.
I mean, you can leave. We got to stay till 9.
I know you're committed.
We are contractually committed to stay until 9. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning, brah.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes here on the Programski.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side-eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Everyone knows the legend of D.B. Cooper, but what if I told you there's an even better story out there? One with multiple aircraft hijackings, prison escapes, and so many twists and turns. I'm talking about the hit podcast American Skyjacker, which is now an action-packed documentary coming to theaters and streaming this fall. Find out more at www.americanskyjacker.com and listen to our bonus episode of the podcast coming soon. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Half-Assed Morning Show 93X.
Terrific. I'll tell you, you are a terrific crowd, the best in town. We've reached 8:32 here on what we call the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Welcome back. We're sitting here. Josh let us in on this earlier. We're sitting here on Working Parents Day. Today's unofficial holiday is Working Parents Day. So a deep, meaningful word life to everybody and all of y'all working parents. You do great things. You do. I always felt bad for my buddies growing up who had a stay-at-home parent.
Couldn't get away with anything?
Oh, I always felt bad for my buddies who had a stay-at-home parent. Exactly, Josh. Because when they got home from school, there was always an adult in the house.
Yeah, in the commune where I grew up, there was always adults. I mean, we had 4, sometimes 5 adults that were there at various times. So
you just couldn't get away with jack.
Oh, no, not at all.
No wonder you're so straight-laced.
Always somebody watching.
Yep.
There was no room to do Dick Tracy at your place.
Now, even if I wanted to, couldn't get away with it.
When I was growing up, my folks were never home. Ever. They both worked. And we could do whatever the hell we wanted from the time we got home from school until Mom wandered in around 6:30 or 7. Some nights she'd go out for drinks after work. It would be 9:30 or 10. It was lawless.
Yeah, my grandma, so she was retired.
You were telling us about your grandma earlier.
It's a different grandma. Now you sexualized both of them.
Oh, God.
She was home all the time. My grandma was always there, and then my
God.
dad worked from home.
Oh, God.
My mom, she had a part-time job for a long time.
She worked nights, right?
She'd work nights, weekends. She worked at Food Avenue there at Target for many, many years.
Oh, I miss that place.
Before she started working for the county. And then my aunt worked at a church. So their hours were kind of all over the place.
There was never an adult in the house.
A lot different for us.
I friggin' loved. And then, of course, Josh, coming from a divorced background, on the weekends, we were shipped off to the old man's place. And he was an over-the-road truck driver, so he was also never there. Oh, no, I don't want to go to Dad's, where he won't be home until Sunday night from a trip to Kansas City, and we'll have his entire place to ourselves at 14 years old.
Was it like when I was a kid where divorced parents, the dad always had cable?
Well,
so like maybe with the house that they grew up in when the parents were together, there was no cable, and Dad moved out and he got cable and Cinemax and HBO and all that kind of stuff.
There was cable television at the old man's place, only because he was like sharing a house with someone and they had cable. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't make the conscious decision to buy cable. He wouldn't have ever entertained that idea. Okay, so if there was one luxury at the old man's place, over Mom's, it was that he had cable television and we could watch MTV and HBO, and also he let us drink beer when we were like in 7th grade. Those were the two benefits. But my old man's shack that he moved into after my folks got divorced, I think the room that we're in right now, Josh, is bigger than the entire square footage of the place my old man moved. So, I mean, in the long run, maybe I could have used some more quality time with a parent back in those days, but I don't know. It was glorious having the whole house to ourselves 9 days out of 10. So I love you working parents even more. Man.
Thank you for your contributions to society.
But also, thank you for giving me my free time where we called the shots most days. Wow, man.
I was looking up more stats on hashtag Working Parents Day.
Yes.
61% of families with children have both parents working outside the home.
61% today have both parents working outside the home. That sounds high to me, especially considering the whole turn of everything since COVID came to town and everyone started working with their computers on their own couch.
Well, I think this is more like pre-COVID, right? This because it's the day. It's more just like because the idea is for the parents that have to be gone and can't get the family time they want. It's kind of honoring them, right? And hey, we appreciate you going out there and making a living so we can have a house and whatnot. That was kind of the gist. 65% of families when the youngest child is 6 years old. And that's kind of how it was.
I'm
for
sorry,
us.
one more time with that?
So then that number jumps to 65 when the youngest child is turned 6, right? Because at that point, maybe the mom or dad, whoever stayed home, says, okay, I'm going to go to work now. They're in school all day.
Oh, sure.
So I'm gonna
the
go
kid
back
is
to
in
work.
school. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Fantastic times back then. What was your situation, Dana?
Well, my dad was a teacher, so you can imagine he was home for most of the summer.
Oh, no.
Yep.
And what time did he get home from work on a Monday through Friday type of thing when he was done teaching?
Oh, if the bell rang at 3 o'clock, he was in his car at 3:01.
Oh,
like father, like son.
Yes, exactly.
And what about your mama?
She was always working. My dad would do summer school, though, a lot of summer, so that did kind of soak up some time where I did have a little bit more free time around the house. But, yeah, no, he'd be around the house.
Yeah.
You still playing GoldenEye? Go and mow the lawn, you son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, yelling at you get off the couch?
Yep.
Wasn't he on the golf course all day, or is that kind of since he's retired?
That's kind of more since retirement. Him and his buddies, his old college crew has gotten back together, and they golf 3-4 days a week.
Sure. All right, apparently today is also something called National Get Ready Day. Do you want to know what you're supposedly, Josh, do you want to know what you're supposed to be getting ready for?
Yeah, let's do it.
The apocalypse.
I am fascinated by these people.
Well, I know one.
I'm getting there.
I don't know. I guess I don't know too many people in real life, but just the shows you see, like the Doomsday Prepper show and stuff like that, I find that it's just very interesting to me.
I mean,
to the level that some people take it.
Look around you. We might not be too far off. I never thought it would happen in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
A full-on, real-deal movie-style apocalypse where we're all running around nude, beating each other to death over food and cigarettes and whatnot in the road warrior wasteland. I never thought that would happen in my lifetime, but, look around you. Maybe we're closer to it than I originally thought. But
anytime this topic comes up, I bring up the book 1 second after, and then it's follow-up. It's a trilogy, and that's the first time I really thought, my God, why haven't I dug a big concrete hole? Why haven't I stocked up on bottled water and insulin and cigarettes and all these kind of things are going to be, and like ammunition.
Yeah, the insulin was a big one in that book because you turned me on to that book, Josh. I read it. That was the first fiction book I read since like Harry Potter in middle school.
Oh, I didn't know you read that.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
I liked it a lot.
Did it concern you?
It did a little bit, and I loved it, except for the part where they were running out of food options and they had to turn to their pets.
That was actually my favorite part.
So this book, Josh, convinced you that we're closer than you think? Or
no, it just made me – so the shocking part was – I'm not giving away too many plot points here. You can read the jacket cover, you'll see this. Again, it's called 1 Second After, and there's some attack by some rogue nation, and it's an EMP, so it just kills all electronics. And I've heard this before since, because at the time I thought, well, this can't be right. It's almost immediate how fast society crumbles. Within weeks, we're all dead. It's crazy just to think how much we rely. I mean, there was a long time where they didn't rely on electricity on planet Earth, but for whatever reason
there
now.
There was.
It's so, our life can, there's a direct correlation between electricity and us surviving, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, that definitely concerned me.
651 to 715, Jesus says there's a lot of closet preppers out there. You get a few beers in these people, and then they talk about all their canned food and ammo. But they're not upfront about it all the time. You got to give them a few beers. I only know one. So, September 16th, National Get Ready Day, a.k.a. Be Prepared for the Apocalypse. And the article goes on and on about food and water and power and light and medical and hygiene and tools and gear that you need and clothing and shelter and this, that.
I'd probably be good for about 36 hours. I think that's about all we have stored up at our place.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't make it for very long because...
I got a lot of canned soup.
Canned soup. I wouldn't make it for terribly long. I'm old now, and I wouldn't be able to get away from the terrible gangs of murderous derelicts and things like that. I wouldn't be able to run away from them. They would catch me quite easily and take everything that I own and then murder me.
I have no skills whatsoever that would help me in that situation.
I lack a lot of skills. But the one dude that I know who's a real deal apocalypse prepper, doomsday prepper, whatever you want to call it, if you're on his good side and he's had a few drinks, he'll say, hey, man, when the time comes, you got a spot.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he's got all the food. Apparently, I've never been in his supposed shelter. But he's got all the food and weaponry and porno mags, whatever the hell it is. If he has a few drinks in him and you're on his good side, he'll invite you in. If you get in an argument with him, he'll throw it back in your face. He'll say, hey, man, when the time comes, don't come knocking. He plays that little game as if I'm hanging on that opportunity or not.
You're losing sleep over it on a nightly basis.
Josh, he'll crack the door for you, but then if you go the other way with him, like in a political conversation, he'll shut that door on you. I don't know what we'll do. I don't know where I'll go.
Until like those books and like the pandemic when they shut the world down for a little bit, that's the first time I thought, oh man, this could happen in my lifetime. I'm with you, Nick. I never thought that'd be possible.
Do you have any water?
Bottled water? Yeah, I've got some.
Non-perishable food?
Yep.
Do you have a manual can opener?
I don't have a single can opener.
Do you have a portable water filter and purification tablet?
No, but yeah, despite all the soup that I have, they're all like the little pop
The
tops.
pop tops now, yeah, it's nice and handy, isn't it?
Dana, do you have flashlights?
We actually don't own a flashlight.
Oh, yeah, we got some.
We discovered that the other day.
We have both flash and flash.
Extra batteries.
Yes.
A rechargeable power bank.
Yes.
Hand crank generator.
No.
Candles, lanterns, backup lighting.
Well, we got enough candles to light the entire city on fire.
I think we have maybe one candle, and it's just like a decorative one you put on your main floor bathroom in case guests come over.
Yeah, you don't light it or anything?
Do you have a comprehensive first aid kit with bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, tweezers, and gloves?
I do.
Yeah, I got that as well.
Soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, hand sanitizer, feminine products. Do you have enough feminine products, Josh?
We've got like a cabinet full of it. I don't understand. I should show you a picture of this. We could sell it.
You have you have a tampon wall?
Yeah, it's mounted on the wall. Yeah, we got like a very tall cabinet full of that kind.
Do you have an emergency toilet at the ready?
Well, really any toilet could be an emergency toilet.
Swiss Army knife, basic toolkit, fire starting supplies. Do you have a radio? Do you have protective gear like work gloves, goggles?
Everything except for, ironically enough, I do not own a radio. We just stream it via like a smart speaker.
Thermal blanket, sleeping bag, extra clothes, a rain poncho, sturdy boots.
No rain poncho, no sleeping blankets.
A notepad and a pen to keep track and journal your adventure.
Yes.
That would come in handy.
Comfort snacks. You don't even have those in the real world, let alone in the apocalypse. Comfort snacks. Well, there you go.
How come booze wasn't on that list?
Good question.
Yeah,
they probably think that sobriety would benefit you when you're fending for yourself in the apocalypse. They probably don't think that chugging down a bottle of JD or wiping out a case of Natty Lights would benefit you.
I'd have to offer my body to somebody and just pray they want it. Otherwise, I have no chance.
Yeah, I have no skills.
None whatsoever.
Offer your body up.
I mean, just the lack of air conditioning would probably wipe me out awful quick.
You guys you're just a little slut offering up your body for
and it would be surprisingly fast.
Survivors.
I mean, even if there's like just a brownout, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to. If the next time the electricity goes out, I'm making some calls.
Oh, God help us all. And sure as hell, we got to get out of here in a few minutes. We'll be back tomorrow morning. It's at 5:40. Back tomorrow morning at 5:40 is what I was trying to say. We were having a conversation earlier. A couple of unofficial holidays today, one being Working Parents' Day, the other being, I think it's called Get Ready Day. It's supposed to inspire you to prepare yourself for the apocalypse, okay? A little conversation about both. On the topic of the apocalypse and doomsday prepping, Big Al, the rod builder, texted in, Josh, and he said, I'm prepping right now. He's making his cowboy candy. He's canning jalapenos and other hot peppers. He says, if I'm going to burn, I might as well burn from the inside out.
I love that. Cowboy candy.
I've never heard of that before.
I haven't either. I wish I knew how to do that kind of stuff, like make pickles and whatnot.
Oh, boring.
I went to a pickle-making party once, and oh, the fun and whimsy, I'll tell you.
You did not attend a what did you call it again?
A pickle-making party.
Stop that.
Where we picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yeah, we made some pickles.
God.
And they were not anywhere near as good as you can get in the store.
Come on, Apocalypse, anytime you're ready.
But I don't mind a big salt stick, and that's pretty much what mine became.
This guy with the jalapenos and the peppers, when it comes to the apocalypse, he'll be living alone.
Cowboy candy. That's awesome.
That's a cute nickname. But don't ever stop attending things like that. That's just so horrible.
There was also like a barbecue going on.
It doesn't matter. I got a couple of buddies who do that. What are you guys doing today? Well, we having breakfast on a Saturday. What are you guys doing today? Oh, we're going to can some peppers and make some pickles. Shut up.
I actually wouldn't mind getting more involved in that. There was alcohol there.
It doesn't matter, Josh.
We used that to
alcohol anywhere.
Sanitize our hands before we made some pickles and whatnot.
Oh.
Yeah, we canned some salsa the other weekend. I'm not going to lie. It was kind of fun.
Stop.
It was pretty fun.
Please.
Can your salsa.
Yeah, you will.
One listener sees me as the type to become a warlord in a post-apocalyptic society. Well, I'll have my own gang of marauders. Well, they all have to do all the work for me because I'm pretty slow at this point. But I appreciate you thinking of me as the type that could be a warlord in a post-apocalyptic society. What was the name of the character in The Road Warrior? Was he the Humongous, the guy who wore the goalie mask, Josh? He was all blown up like
I don't remember his name. But I remember rewatching those movies as an adult thinking, why was I so scared of the bad guys as a kid?
I'm still kind of scared of him.
Oh, they're so silly.
Remember that scene when he kill them all? I can't remember what he says, but he has that meltdown when his little Vince Neil boyfriend gets killed by the boomerang. The Road Warrior. That dude obviously spent his pre-apocalyptic days, Josh, he spent it at the gym.
Yeah.
And then when
he was in the yard, he's pumping weights.
Baudette Fishing Guide Jesus has this to say about the oncoming apocalypse. He says, we, must mean he and the wife, they grow almost 90% of their food, and they have tons of supplies. So he says, I'm probably going to be target number one.
That'd be my fear too, right? Like you go through all this work and you learn all these skills. You're fully prepared. You're the guy in the neighborhood that's going to survive this thing. But you're also the first one dead because everyone takes your stuff.
Maybe me and my gang of marauders show up.
Yeah.
I've put on some weight. I've done some bench presses, and me and my gang of marauders.
Yeah, that is a good point. Maybe not tell everybody that you're so prepared and ready to go. Kind of keep that to yourself.
Yeah, I think you'd have to.
Josh, you said that you don't think you'd make it. You don't think you'd make it too long. But you never know. Those with what it takes to survive might help keep you alive, Josh. They might think of you as valuable. You said you'd offer up your body to a village of survivors if it meant they would help you stay alive. But think of it this way. One of our listeners said, hey, once we kill everyone and we're rebuilding society, they're going to need a radio bitch. They're going to need, you could be that guy where you just wait around until they rebuild society, they get electricity up and running again, and then they crack the whip on your ass. Okay, radio bitch, give us the weather.
I don't know, I'm not good at it when there's a society. I can't imagine afterwards. Although there'd be less competition, so maybe it would be pretty good for
You'd
me.
get all the sales dollars. You'd get all the promotion money. There'd be very little, if no competition whatsoever.
Warlord endorsements, things like that. Oh, I've been told the 1 second after. I thought it was just a trilogy. They've released 5 books at this time.
Oh,
well,
wow.
I got some more reading to do.
Tell us again about 1 second after.
That's exactly what we're talking about, the apocalypse. And it's awful fast, how quick society falls. Somebody, I just lost it. Somebody texted in and said within 2 years, 90% of the population would be dead.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what the book says, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact timeline, but it was way quicker than I'd like. Which I still don't understand because of all the time that existed before electricity, but I guess we're pretty screwed with the way we've set things up.
And before we go, we have, what's the word I'm looking for? Received is the word, sorry. Before we go, we have received, that's twice, I almost didn't get it right, a few text messages on the passing of Robert Redford. Yes, we discussed that at around 7:30 this morning when Josh found it somewheres on the godless internet. We have discussed the passing of Robert Redford, an icon, an all-timer as far as actors, actresses go in Hollywood history. Thank you for trying to let us know. But, yeah, we talked about Robert Redford. What a great talent. I mentioned some of my favorite movies, The Natural, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting. And there was one that I forgot, and people were busting my balls about it, Jeremiah Johnson. So, yes, we're aware. Thank you.
It's too bad.
We're sad about it. But you want to
Had a
talk
good
about,
run.
oh, my damn. 89 years old, and for a good 60 of those 89 years, he was the best-looking guy in any room that he ever walked into.
Oh, I mentioned I just saw him in a cameo earlier this year. He's still looking good, right before, even all the way up to his last year of life.
Good for
looking
him.
real good.
Kept all of his friggin' hair.
Yeah, lucky.
Bastard.
Lucky. Happy 50th to Gunner, a.k.a. UPS Golden Valley Delivery Jesus, Bush Light Jesus. Text a happy 61st to his pops. Fat Cat Performance Jesus sends a birthday shout-out to his amazing little girl, turning 11 today. Trashman Jesus would like to give a birthday shout-out to his wonderful girlfriend, and to all of you listening live or via podcast later, have a fun day. Not too much fun. Not a dangerous amount of fun.
No.
Have a fun day. Love you. I mean, bye. Damn.
Speaking of that podcast, if you missed any part of the show, you can always check out the podcast at 93x.com.
You're listening to the radio. The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. Dana here to give you a friendly reminder that now is the best time to get your furnace tuned up before we take a shot to the face with cold Minnesota weather. My pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning currently have same-day and next-day openings, but they won't last long. By the time October rolls around, if your furnace craps out, you'll be freezing your private parts off while dealing with side-eye from your significant other and pets for not calling sooner. So give Standard Heating and Air Conditioning a call today. Check this out. You can save up to $70 on your tune-up with Standard Heating. Visit standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com to book today.